And that's why the Krabby Patty secret formula is cool. Anyways, hello stream.
Alright, we're here now.
It's been a while.
Too long.
Rhino,
Yes.
you and I are the only ones in the watch together.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Oh yeah, I should probably choose the music.
I had to use the PokeDD Rizara thing as a base for this D&D thing. So as a result, my avatar is bigger than your guys's.
Oh dear.
It's not that much bigger. It's just I have it big because in the Rizara thing I'm the DM. So give me a moment and I can probably fix it for this. But
My avatar is bigger than your avatar.
it doesn't sound right without the boop as it switches scenes.
We haven't switched seeds.
No, I mean like from the original Paper Mario intro.
Fair.
Yeah, we haven't switched scenes, Rhino. That's the problem he just said.
Alright, I'm supposed to have music here.
Yes, Dan. That's the watch together.
Where I forget where the link
It's
is.
pinned in the Parchment and Perils chat.
Thank you.
That's fine.
It's been so long! Can you blame me? Like
Yes.
Oh, I
freaking
didn't
hell,
realize-
it's been a month!
It has been 2 months.
Exactly!
Also,
when
I
was
didn't realize
healthy?
the Bowser transition was in this.
Here, how about this?
Which one did you pick, man?
I'm just playing. It's just the main title.
Ah, that's also what I clicked.
What are the odds?
Unfortunately, I don't know if it's a little too jazzy for what we got. Unfortunately, all the extended stuff is like battle ones.
It turns out the only area of the game we expect you to linger in for a long time is battle.
You know what this'll do. Alright, so.
Shit. How did that get screwed up?
Hey, Mono. I'm glad you're excited.
He's like, that'll do, he says, as Mac just quietly swears in the background repeatedly.
Alright, so. It's been a while, so let's start with a small recap, shall we? Our intrepid group of people, quote-unquote, arrived here in Entangletown to attend the Poof Festival.
Right, that's what it's called.
Right. The Purification and Unity Festival. They played many games, shenanigans were had, prizes were won, some magical, some boring, but hey, everybody had a good time. And it was all capped off with the grand opening of the Museum of the Three Heroes. There, they explained to you a bit about each of the three heroes, gave a little speech, and then things went bad.
Super bad.
Yep. Eerie voice sounded out. Cracks started appearing and crystals started shooting up from the ground, causing so much destruction that the very ground beneath you collapsed and you all fell into darkness. One group, consisting of Bulwark, Kel, and Goombro, found themselves in a sort of cavern, in a collection of caverns, where they managed to free themselves and others from crystal traps and crystal beings as well. After finding a particularly large pile of captured citizens, they encountered, among others, let me make sure I get his rank right. I didn't write it down. Anyways,
Oh, good job.
Good job.
He's a
They
sergeant now.
They encountered Captain Harty, the Toad veteran, as he quite literally busted his way into the scene. He told you guys to follow him if you wanted to live, and so you did. Him leading you back to a small hideout he had with other refugees, where he revealed that the source of the troubles you guys were having were because of the reemergence of the Dark Shard.
The fact that it's a reemergence.
Yep.
Otherwise, how would NPCs be able to exposit about what's going on if this was the first time?
Then we turn the page back to our other group of heroes. Hazy Haley, Mia, and Madame Bombshell. These heroes found themselves in something a bit more odd. They found themselves in some ruins that weren't quite ruins, and in fact seemed to lead into the basement to the museum they were in previously. They avoided some traps, some nefarious and some educational. And found themselves in the employee area, where they followed a sound they heard to reveal other crystal beings seemingly trying to extract or otherwise perform nefarious deeds upon the tombs of the three heroes themselves.
How dare they?
Yes. And so the three sprang to their defense. After a long, harsh battle, they managed to defeat them, but the damage to the caskets was done, and yet out from each of them rolled a peculiar weapon. Each of our three heroes took one of these before things started rumbling a bit more, and they quickly made their escape. Heading up the stairs nearby, they headed back up into the light. Now, any questions? Because it has been a while, so I figured I would at least open that up. Hello, first-time chatter, Sammy DeCalico.
I like calicos.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
And I'm a cat.
I thought you were a flower.
No, I was pretending to be whatever.
Fair enough. So do you three have any questions or anything you want me to clarify?
I don't have questions, but I do have things I want to add if no one has questions.
Okay.
So, my prize at the festival included a pet, a lizard I took from a game because it loved me so much, and a color of pet language, so now it's a talking lizard I have.
Squirrel!
And it's got dragon wings strapped to its back.
Yep, and I believe you have not actually named it yet.
Probably not.
Fair enough. Alright. Well, with that, you know what, I think I'm going to ask this. Which group would you guys like to start with? I was going to continue directly from where you were, but I figured I would leave it up to you guys.
Whichever group has the shorter adventure plan for today.
That's very specific.
And yet not specific at all.
Any opinions from you other two?
You know what? I'm with Endorb.
Alright then.
or whoever said the shorter one. I think that was
Endor was the one who said shorter one.
Okay, sorry, I was still getting stuff fixed on OBS.
I love how you don't give a specific group. Y'all just want the shorter one, not a specific group. Like, I would like us to go with the ladies!
It's
There's
true. You do have an entirely male group and an entirely female group.
Exactly. I think I
we
pointed
have
this
so we
out
have so we have
before.
the ladies' night out and the sausage fest.
And there's mushrooms on that sausage because I have a mushroom bear.
Alright. Just populating the map for you.
I think if you have a mushroom on your sausage, you should go see a doctor.
Anyways,
Or maybe a botanist.
Or maybe a botulist.
there's something I could reference here, but I refuse to.
Alright, let me move you all over to the map then.
All right. So who are we?
You are the guys to start with.
Okay,
And
they're the
which will
shorter
require-
adventure then.
Which will require a little bit change in music. So let's see.
What are you talking about? This is perfect spooky cave music.
Let's try this one. Yeah, that'll do. So, as you guys are sitting around the campfire in the camp of Captain Hartee, he's the blue one. Nearby, you see Goatee, the green one, and Purtee, the pink one. Yes, these are the color of their toad spots.
Clever.
He looks you all up and down. It's like, so, I imagine you must have many questions. After all, it's not every day an ancient evil comes back. This is also making up for last time when you talked to this guy, me just having him announce something and then cutting to black before you had the chance to say anything.
I forgot that's what happened.
Real quick, do we rest between sessions?
Technically, no, timing wise, but I also wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, I'll just refill everything then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just curious as to what in the world they were all about. You mean to tell me they've existed this whole time?
Oh, you mean the Crystallarians?
It's a dumb name.
Look, they weren't exactly sharing their name. I came up with it myself. Anyways, no, they haven't.
I'm literally part of a race named after what we say to scare people. I don't have room to talk.
I always thought it was for ironic reasons. Also for just jokes whenever say, wait, what'd you say your name was? Yeah.
Look, I have no idea. Whoever named us is dead. And, like, actually, like, properly dead. Not, like, me dead.
Well, I'm glad you're at least keeping a small sense of humor about this.
It's how I cope with trauma.
Well, however works for you. Me, I like to stay active, which is how this camp got made. To go back to your question, though, those crystal folks you saw have not been around the whole time. I don't exactly spend too much time in the cities. I'm on active duty after all. But I stumbled across this area. It's been bad news after the other. Those folks you're seeing, they aren't really folks. They're more like copies of folks. Anything the crystals take, the Dark Shard seems
Dark
to then be
Kingdom.
able to make it en masse.
That means I'm okay to punch him as much as I want, right?
Yeah, sure.
this-
Shatter them, make them into a fine powder.
Is it still considered punching from you?
Hey, shut up. He takes his little walking stick and like gently bonks you.
I was
Yeah, I
about to
don't
say, me sitting here as a DM thinking, is that a racism?
Look, it's fine. I don't have legs. You don't have hands. We're kind of in the same boat. And then
Oh,
Kel over
we're
here
boots.
looks at Kel. Doesn't have.
I don't know.
Sense
Kel's
of
got
humor.
everything. Kel even has a tail. Huh. Yeah, anything you see in Crystal 4 means that something out there got trapped and got brought back to the core.
Are they able to be saved once they've been brought to the core?
Sure, if you can get past everything to get to them. But don't mean it's impossible. He leans back on his warhammer. It's kind of what I've been trying to do. Trying to keep him getting as many as I can spot him bringing in. And then every once in a while seeing about going after something that looks like it could be a problem if it manages to make more of them for its use.
Kind of like that big thing we fought.
Yeah, gulp it. Fought a couple of those. Oh, lucky you didn't start spitting out boulders at you the size of your own head.
Bulwark looks over himself and then looks at Goombro.
Goombro
And-
was doing the exact same thing.
Well, specifically, he looks at himself, then he looks at Kel, and is like, "Whose head?"
It varies. Suffice to say, there's probably a rock with your head size somewhere that they've ate and spit. Don't mean they ain't against spitting you either, but that's enemy specific. Now there is a bit of bad news, though. And by a bit, I mean quite a lot.
Yeah, you mean alongside the whole evil crystals kidnapping things from a dark thing that's trying to take over the world? Because I thought we already covered that, but if there's more, then please go on.
Yeah, there's that, but sometimes you need something that's a bit more personal to sort of give you something to focus on. So let's start with one bit of bad news. There's no walking out of here. We ain't quite at the core here, but we're still in the heart of Shard territory. They got patrols all around. Anytime we clear an area, half the time I need to create a new way back just so they don't follow us. I don't think there's any way to get out through their defenses to get back to civilization. So unfortunately, you might be stuck.
Wasn't planning on leaving anyway. Not yet.
Don't say. Why might that be?
Someone else fell down here that I need to find.
Yeah, all of us have a friend down here that got lost.
Well, I'll make sure. Okay.
You sure they're down here? Because I gotta tell you, right now you ain't close to anywhere.
They fell down the same time at the same place that we fell down. So,
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you fell, were you awake the whole time?
no.
Fuck.
You know, time's a funny thing when you're underground. Day and night don't matter much, just all feeling. Feeling when you get tired and you need to sleep, feeling when you need to eat,
Amongst other
Yeah.
things.
right? You don't really know how long you're out unless you have someone else to tell you. Plus, from what I gather, some of the people here, they come from a long way too. Think the Crystallarians like to drag you from wherever they got you all the way here.
Well, then how did I wind up here? I wasn't even in Crystal.
Huh, you weren't.
No, I remember seeing Bulwark push his friend out of the way and get captured by those things. I remember the Goombra bro did too. We all of us fell. I woke up all right and then saw them two being dragged off.
Guess that shell of yours is pretty sturdy then. He seems to be thinking about something. He taps his handle against the log he's sitting on. Either faster than I thought or something else is going on then. Something to think about then. Maybe there's a way back to at least some semblance of this. Well, can't exactly quite go back to where you guys are from now, though. I know they'll have sent some of the other drones to see if they can figure out what happened. They don't particularly care if any of them die, but they do care if the supply gets broken. Still, scouting might be in order.
Well, scouting's what you want. I can do it.
I don't know. I appreciate the offer, but if you don't mind me saying, I think you all need a bit of a rest. Seemed like you were through hell, and considering you said you fell down into these tunnels, and then you seem to have fought your way through a bunch of them. Well, no use stretching yourself thin. We got time. But if
I
you're
didn't
serious
mean
about
right
wanting
now.
to help, though, I may have a couple ideas. Seem like you're pretty good at handling yourselves. And honestly, I need that. Most of what I rescue seems to be civilians.
I've definitely done a few scraps in my time.
Good. Good.
Protecting people is my job.
Protecting people used to be my job.
Kinda still is.
I used to beat people up at the bar.
I think you're the kind of person our jobs normally had us protect people
Shut
from.
up.
Well, I'm not gonna judge you. If you can hold your
They
own, it
totally
ain't just
deserved what
cool.
they got.
Nothing wrong with a little scrappiness now and then. Some of my boys have been like that. Haven't seen them for a while.
So
Out here.
so we fell down from Entangletown, and even though Kel wasn't in Crystal, would they have still dragged him?
Maybe. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Definitely drag off anyone in case, but maybe their focus was elsewhere and they didn't recrystallize you once they found you. Maybe they thought you were dead. Wouldn't call them the brightest things, most of them.
Guess thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised. I mean, their whole thing seems to be darkness.
Yeah, it's more crystals, but yeah, no one ever said evil was too bright. I mean, look at the number of times Bowser's tried his thing.
Didn't he, like, steal an artifact of the gods?
Who could tell? Honestly, so many of the stories getting mixed up and exaggerated, I don't really know what's true anymore.
Still a symbol of determination. All those times he fails and he still gets up to do something else.
True.
Yeah, something else evil.
That's something I could admire. I ain't big
Yeah.
on working for a evil guy, but sure as hell seems like he can get a lot of followers that way.
Yeah, well, I'd take him any day over what we got going now.
Telltale Games will remember your choice.
But if you guys are going to stick around and you do want to help, be willing to put some trust in you. See if we can get some more ground covered here. Get some more good done. Maybe carve our way back either to the core to save more or maybe out. Wherever out is. So to that end, and he actually extends a hand out. Welcome to the Crusher Core.
Bulwark gives a half-hearted salute.
Goomro is like stares at the hand a bit, like he doesn't need to add anything to that gesture. I think you all know what he's thinking.
Kel
Yeah,
takes
fair
it and
enough.
shakes it.
He shakes it as well. He's got a nice firm grip. Do you respond with such?
Of course.
Hand squeezing contest, go.
Yeah, give
No,
me
thank
an
you.
athletics check.
Guidance.
I was about to say, are you for real?
Yeah, do it.
No, I meant I was talking about Max.
If he'll let me.
Yeah, sure.
Throw a d4 on that. $23,
Alright.
you break his hand.
No, thank you.
Nah, you didn't win by that much. He's gonna smile as you shake his hand. Good. You got a good fighter's grip on you. That'll be good. Takes either know-how or just raw strength to break through some of these crystals. Both, preferably.
It's just
Now go ahead, break them with your fingers.
It's the meme handshake from Predator going on right now.
If you can't find a weak spot, you make a weak spot.
There you go. Think I like you. All right. Anything else you want to know? It's best to be informed down here.
Well, you said you were looking for scouting earlier. You looking for anything in particular, or is keeping eyes on the enemy?
It's a bit of both. We can keep an eye on where they're moving. We can tell when we can move. What I mentioned earlier was maybe seeing about where you all came from. See if maybe that was a quick way back or something else we're not thinking of. So I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure where we are when you look at the surface map. All I know is you go close enough to the core and you'll see sky. It ain't gonna be pretty sky though.
I wouldn't think it would
Let
be
me
pretty.
see that.
Let you see
Basically,
what?
is Goomber's going to be looking for, like, if this is, near where we last knew we were, or, like, where it's centered kind of deal.
So are you asking for like a map, or are you just saying when you would like to see the sky at some point?
But he just wants to, look at the maps and, like, if it's like a map for another kingdom or something kind of deal.
He has a few maps. Like you said, he doesn't know where they are because you're underground right now, though. The most used map you can see he's got laid out on the table seems to be a series of caverns, but there seems to be many erased or redrawn tunnels into it. You imagine that probably has to do with him having to dig out ones himself or others that collapsed.
Right. After staying for a moment, Goomber's like, damn it, I thought I could be useful here, but not yet.
Were it so simple.
I'm guessing-
a
No
navigator,
worries.
not a cartographer.
Look, you got a good sense of direction on you. That'll help. It's
I'm
too
guessing-
easy to get lost down here sometimes.
I'm guessing there's no way to tell how far we are from where Entangletown would be.
Not unless you got to the surface. And that's even rougher than down here. Chasms and canyons created by this thing expanding its reach. And then, of course, These Crystallarians ain't just down here, they're up there too.
On the
Thinking that
surface?
some of... Yeah,
I
they don't grow around in big groups, but they are around.
never heard about this up there before.
Probably because they're real good at taking whatever they find. Still, I did hear something about... some other folks were saying about them finding crystals near their town, but they were just small pieces. Don't know if that's someone else ending something before it began, or the start of something that hadn't fully gone through.
Any more ghost stories to tell us before bedtime?
No need for those down here. We got 2 real things. Still, if you need something good to go out for the night on, you're alive, we're alive, and we can sure as hell keep making a dent in this.
When he says you're alive, Bulwark does a so-so gesture with his hand.
Whatever passes for it.
Long as we can keep saving people, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Right. Probably the first goal that I can think of is, at least for me personally, we need to figure out if our friends made it and where they are. Where are people taken when they're turned to crystal?
Oh, that last part we know.
Okay, then I guess we go there first to see if that's where they are.
All right then. Looks like if you want all that, then you'll be heading towards the core. Probably outer arrivals then. Wouldn't go too deep. Won't find anything with more and more trouble over there. Still, it's a start, and it's a good one. All right, Pinky, Pinky. Why don't you go head over to the inventory guys? They can get you set up with a nice tent. You 3, we already had them set up for you. Or at least we have something being used right now. Yeah. Don't worry. We can carve a path out of any situation. Literally and figuratively. He shoulders his hammer.
How big is he compared to his hammer?
The hammer, the head is bigger than his body.
So he's Tinkaton.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in the time...
This was long before we knew Tinkaton was.
I know.
Let's make
He
that
was
clear.
made before Tinkaton, but he is kind of Tinkaton.
I know. I find it great that it's been so long since last session, Tinkaton came out and was unveiled, and then we were like, oh hey.
Yeah, that is funny. I did not make that connection.
Yeah. I don't think Tinkaton was even one of the Pokemon that was revealed before the game came out, so...
Yeah, I will say his hammerhead isn't quite as big as that, but it does have a spike on it.
Cool. Which end?
The front end.
Good. Where it should be.
Also, there was a good place to say it in character, but I think I should probably get my bag of apples traded in. Not gonna eat the whole thing by myself.
And they'll appreciate the food. They can probably give you stuff for it.
Yeah, I got
But we
some
can-
rations out of it.
Yeah, we could discuss that in some nice supply shopping off screen. For now, that will actually be it for these boys.
Woohoo! Just a
All
little
right.
bit of catch up
Yeah,
And mustard.
and a long rest.
But no
maybe
relish.
some mayonnaise.
Because fuck relish.
Why do I have a gold
mayo
eater?
in your relish. Let's not go there.
Rhino, is this like in the Paper Mario 1000-Year Door where you can sell a gold ingot for 100 coins or 100 gold?
D&D currency.
Huh?
This is D&D currency.
Okay, but do I sell the gold ingot for 100 gold?
I think I told you how much the gold ingot was worth.
I don't have it written down.
And
So you
fairly
didn't.
certain one of you
We
does.
can worry about all the inventory economics between sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had plenty of time to do that before.
Look, we were trying to make sure this would happen. Anyways. We get it.
Oh, my neck.
Get you guys over here. And do a little music change. Let's see.
Why was I gonna say Decalburg? In Tangletown.
Decalburg?
That's right. No, I know why I say that. That's the name of the main town in Sticker Star.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. That's the name of the only town in Sticker Star.
yeah, I could tell just by what the name was. It had to be from Sticker Star.
Yeah, I was watching Chugga's Sticker Star review, quote unquote.
Which is apparently going to be 3 parts so far. 1 and 2 are up.
Oh, I figured he was gonna do a part for each chapter of the game. Oh, all right.
Nap, too calm.
Wait, this is
What?
this is
Not this.
yeah, this is the theme that plays when you get a star spirit. Why is it called
Yeah,
A
that's-
Kingdom in Chaos?
I don't know.
Like our titles are avant-garde.
I need.
I guess you didn't take my suggestion of sorting these out by tone to heart.
What are you looking for, Rhino?
I need relatively neutral but slightly tense.
Twilight Town.
That might work.
Let's see what happens.
Fussing over the music is my favorite part of any D&D session.
Look, normally they don't have this much to work with, and they actually have it memorized and labeled well.
Well, next time there's a 2-month gap, I know what you can do with it.
Continue trying to actually get it to happen.
I meant
What
use
is the
some of that
Twilight Town
time to
music?
arrange with the music.
I think the Twilight Town music isn't actually on here because for some reason the playlist cuts out at the P's.
Here, I gotcha. Twilight Town Extended.
Yep, do. Thank you, Max.
Alright. I'll keep an I'll keep a playlist of the extended soundtrack on the side in case we need to reach for music quickly.
Yeah, I might go ahead and add that one after this session. Anyway.
Oh, I think I know why it stopped at the P's. It can only load in 100 songs at a time.
Yeah, that is how playlists work on YouTube.
Yeah. So here, let me. Here, I think I can do something. Can you make a new TTYD playlist and put us on there?
All right.
Yeah, I know this is annoying, but like just trust me on this.
I know. I just would have preferred to do this after.
It won't take long. It's literally a button click once you've got us in there. Just an empty and. Alright, we can keep going for now while this is doing its thing.
All right. So, you all are pulled out of the. Our 3 ladies are pulled out of the basement by some worried-looking folks. Some in guard outfits, others in standard peasant attire. Notably, one person there seems to be Mayor McCouple from earlier. Ah, there you folks are. Was there anyone else down there in the basement with you?
There were some crystal guys.
What? Crystal guys? I told you we found some of those. Right, but I thought you were merely mistaking actual crystals and saw your own reflection. It's happened before. Whatever.
Well, I can assure that what I saw was genuine. Creatures made of crystal.
Troubling. Very troubling. Oh, this is going to set us back a while, and not to mention the chaos this is done right after our poor festival. Are any one of you seriously injured?
Little bit. We had a bit of a fight with the crystal guys.
On a scale 1 to 29, I'm feeling about a 17. Bring back
How
that critical role
specific?
reference.
Haha. Right, well, we'll get some medics to tend to you. He directs you over to a medical tent as they keep digging in the rubble. He does actually pause, though, as he sees the weapons you're carrying, as it seems like he's trying to remember something. Still, for the moment, you are guided to the medical tent, where a few toads and Koopas in lab coats are there, applying poultices and mushrooms to various things.
I forgot I have a BLT sandwich in my inventory.
Oh, I also forgot you had a BLT sandwich.
I'm just looking at the stuff, and it's just like rations, water skin, holy water, BLT sandwich, microphone stand.
Right, because you swiped the PLT sandwich.
Look,
Are you a rogue? Because you should be with that attitude.
also Rhino, it doesn't seem to be working for me. Try putting
No.
that in the Watch Together like search thing, and then there should just be an import playlist button.
But what?
The link I put in voice chat spam.
In the search list?
At the top of Watch Together. And then below the thing that's playing, there will be an import playlist button.
Got it, and it just stops at the P's again.
Ah, damn. Okay, we'll figure it out later.
Thank you. Alright, so... Fuck, how do I get this page back up?
What page?
I'm trying to get back to the actual player now. Ah, there it is. The scoreboard is in the middle of the screen.
Ah, yeah.
Alright, so... You guys are all guided to the tent where you are given some regular mushrooms to munch on, as you all essentially get a long rest from that. No mushrooms will not get you long rest throughout the campaign. This is a convenience thing. This is a convenience mushroom.
I love
It's
those!
magenta. It's magenta. As you guys are all sitting there munching, you see a couple
Nom,
more
nom, nom.
people. Some of them more seriously hurt, and then you see a couple of them with like a foot trapped in crystal. But they seem to be able to walk with it. It's just slowing them down a bit. People mostly seem to be in shock and staying around wondering what the heck happened. The town itself seems alright. The damage seems to mostly have been focused around the Citadel area where the museum was. Or, actually, no, the museum was right here, this large building next to the square.
I see.
So it mostly seems to be focused there. But you do see crystals having sprouted in other areas of town. Some in the middle of the streets very inconveniently. One in someone's house. They look very unhappy about it.
Oh, so we're actually in the town. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're still in town. You were pulled out of the museum basement.
Oh, okay.
Well, hey, I guess not remembering helped you roleplay that last scene correctly. You don't know where you were.
after a bit, one of the guard toads comes by. He's like, "All right, you folks feeling all right? Up for walking?"
Yeah, I can.
All right. The mayor wants a word with you. So does the archivist. Follow me.
Oh, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Just had a couple questions. You guys were in an area we didn't find anyone else after all.
Uh-oh.
Haven't really found anyone else that fell down there.
We didn't steal anything.
That's an odd way to start it, but all right.
I took this sandwich. Did you want it back?
What?
Mia, just,
He looks genuinely
Please excuse
confused
her.
by that.
She's a bit
please just get us to the mayor before she spouts more nonsense.
She just accidentally talks her way up to thinking we're murderers.
Sorry, like
Are
5
those
minutes.
crystal people real?
They
They have a family?
10 minutes later, there's blood on my petals.
That's just ketchup.
There's ketchup on my pedal. I'm filthy. I'm unclean.
Outstabbed spot.
For an amazing daisy, that's a pretty big deal.
That's true. That's fair enough. That's also why the guys are able to find you fairly easy whenever they came looking for you.
All right, look, you need to find these 3 people. All right, how will we know them? You'll know. They're right over there. That's halfway across town. Yeah, but we can see the glow.
Glad they have that shiny particle that makes them so easy to spot. Alright, so anyways. He leads you to what appears to be the mayor's office. There's a couple other guards standing in front of the door. They nod at him. He nods at them. They let you all in.
I nod at them as well because I want to be a part of it.
The guards seem a bit tense. As they let you in, you are greeted by Mayor McCouple, top hat off, but monocle still in, mustache slightly frayed. And next to him stands a bit of an odd figure. He has a large khaki vest on, pith helmet that's lowered down enough where you can just barely see his eyes in the darkness underneath it. The mayor is the one who speaks. Right, yes, okay. So, my apologies if you're still feeling a little woozy, but we need to get this story as fresh as we can, so we can try and find the others. Now, if you wouldn't mind, he actually pulls out a quill. Would you mind telling me about what happened after you fell?
Well, we were in lower part of the museum. There were traps, like trapped exhibits and such. And then when we were going through it, we found these crystals that were alive.
That's not part of the exhibits, right? It's
I would
coordinates with a
also like
couple
to-
of the reports.
I would also like to add, some of the traps seem to be genuine traps as opposed to the more whimsical nature of the exhibit. I do believe someone had set those up in there with some
That-
nefarious purpose.
It's actually just security. The museum basement wasn't actually done yet. We were still renovating.
Ah,
But they had, I will say, the architects had a bit of fun in the trap room. They set up the normal ones for the kiddies, blunted darts, things that just make you a little dizzy and then send you back to the beginning of the room.
That was
Things
fun.
like that. Yes. I'm glad you think so. I will let them know. And then they put in real ones for, dastardly thieves. We're going to install a vault down there after a while.
You mean the vault for the heroes?
I suppose it could be named that, yes.
Because that's where we found some weird crystal creatures that were trying to attack the tombs of the heroes.
The being in the pith helmet actually looks up at this and then looks to the mayor. You actually saw the tombs,
Yes.
Quite.
and the creatures were attempting to do something.
Yeah, but they were shattered before they could do anything.
It seemed like they were trying to break the tombs open. Or just break the tombs.
Oh, goodness. This was desecration as well as all this.
Desecration, the most scandalous kind of vandalism.
It was pretty weird.
He's writing a big note about this.
Pretty weird because they just opened on their own anyway.
The being in the pith helmet speaks at this point.
Are we talking to Professor Colorado here?
I said being.
I know, but still.
Please, I would love to run into Colorado at some point, but I don't think this is him.
This person does it seems to stand more upright as opposed to the Koopa slight hunched pose.
Oh yeah. Also, what is he?
You're not sure. Otherwise, I would have said.
Oh.
He's got hands and feet at least, right?
As far as you can tell, though his sleeves are a little long.
Maybe it's just like a boo and like a thing to avoid discrimination.
It's 3 Goombas in a trench coat.
Oh,
It's a Goomba and a
Towers,
Boo
nice
in a
to meet
trench
you.
coat.
Actually, hold on. I just had to write that down for a later enemy. Goomba Tower.
All right, Goomba towers do exist.
There was also the Shy stack from the first Paper Mario. When you fight General Guy.
And the
there
Koopa
we
Bros
go.
could get on top of themselves.
Alright, so now that I got that written down for later use.
Mario just likes the idea of putting people on top of each other.
What do you mean this
anyway,
game is
so-
rated E for everyone?
So anyway, the being in the pith helmet actually speaks at this point. The tomb's opened.
Yeah.
And what did you see what was inside?
Out of character because I don't remember I don't know why I could possibly not remember this far back, but was there like stuff in there besides the things that we got? Like bodies?
You did not actually see inside the tombs themselves as they collapsed inward. The weapons that you guys had came out of secret compartments on the sides.
Okay, so the tombs themselves like collapsed though.
Correct.
Oh
Well,
boy.
it wasn't like it was like a thing on the side that opened up, and then the tombs broke.
Yeah, so what makes it? The mayor is actually looking at this person curiously now. I see. We're hoping to excavate them. Yes, learn more.
Can I like get a read on this guy, the archaeologist, the archivist? Sorry.
Sure. Roll me an insight.
Cool.
I love how she has better insight than I do, even though I
have like a million proficiencies.
He seems to be processing the information.
Okay.
Right. Then, Mayor, when you're done here. Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, I like
Gotta
your
get
voice.
better
I
at
like
doing-
your voice too.
Don't you mock me, Andor. I didn't really have the voices planned out. I was worried about the plot for this session.
It was less
So-
trying to mock you and more trying to make another reference to something else.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Fair enough. All right. So the
Very
mayor
sexy
continues.
voice. Oh, thank you.
So the mayor continues. Right, and what happened after that to where we met you at the stairs? Sorry.
Well, we found these things, and she'll like take out the microphone stand. They came out of the tombs, and then when we touched them, we heard voices. Was it that we heard voices or we had a vision? I don't remember.
I think it was we heard voices.
It was a little bit of both.
We, like, saw and heard something when we touched them.
It was indeed a rather bizarre experience.
The archivist stands a little straighter at this, and you can actually tell that they seem to have facial hair.
But Beardman! Probably not a beard.
May I, if we're done here? Oh, after that you went straight to the exit? And you saw no one else? No other signs of anything?
Not that we're aware of. I mean, y'all managed to find us pretty quickly after all of that.
Right. Right then, and he actually looks over, and the person in the pith helmet just seems to be just staring at them now, and the mayor actually, right. I think that would be all for now. If you would, then, yeah, the pith helmet clears their head. If you would follow me, I had a couple questions about things you saw. Here, follow me. And without any more words, they actually do leave the room, and it's almost like they swished their vest behind them in a hurried fashion as they now leave.
Swish their vest?
Imagine if someone had a cloak on, and there's like whenever it billowed behind them slightly as they started walking quickly, the vest did that.
Yeah, they like do a subtle like arm movement to make it flap out way more than it has to. That kind of thing.
Come, don't dawdle.
Alright, okay.
Alright, do you all follow this person?
I do.
I'm just imagining what would happen if we said no here. Yeah, let's
He
Yeah,
would come back and be like, come on.
Yes. The plot
one
brush would sweep you in the direction.
It's like when the plot has like, okay, now come into the next room, but you get to explore and like see off the little bits of text they put on like the chair and the plant to the corner.
Yep, but when you try and go to a different screen, they're like, I need you to come this way.
The microwave! You put food in here that's been bad.
Puts the BLT in it.
Hey, look, someone left a sack of coins behind this couch. Wait, they left a picture of a sack of coins behind this couch.
I got the Twilight Gem! Just kidding.
I did enjoy that joke.
Yeah. Alright, well, Mia will follow too. There's not
Alright.
really much.
Alright, surprisingly, this person actually leads you into the Citadel area and into a tower at the corner here. They seem to be in a rather in a decent hurry as they're essentially power walking there. They go to the door. You see a couple motions as you're behind them and approaching, and the door swings open. They go inside.
Bombshell, who has
Power
a slower base movement speed than most people, is just like,
Power
Trying.
facial hair. It's Luigi. I can dream. Fair enough. As you all go in, the door
I
closes
dream of
behind you.
Luigi.
Probably because it's weighted that way, and you enter into what can only be described as probably a stereotypical archaeologist room. Books lining the shelves, some in stacks, very dusty, maps all over the place.
Paper scattered around the
Bo-
floor.
Bombshell immediately, wait, paper on the floor. Oh God, corpses.
There's been a murder.
A body has been discovered!
Yeah, once Bombshell she sees what's on the other side of these doors, she just stays close to Haley to make sure he doesn't touch anything that'd be bad for her to touch.
To make sure Haley doesn't touch anything?
Yes.
You have your work cut out for you.
Indeed, she'll try and
Mia
direct her touch for things that are less important.
Yeah, while Mia slowly and carefully studies some of the books around.
If there is anything here that does not look like something Haley has seen before, she attempts to touch it and pick it up.
I mean, unless
I'm
you,
just
unless you look
imagining
at the
it's like
entirety of
that
the library.
clip of Patrick going to a museum.
Wait.
God.
Stop touching. Touch. No, touching, I said. Touch. Do I have to follow you around? And what'd you say, Rhino?
Said, I don't know what I was saying.
Something about a library.
I said, unless you looked at everything in the library, I imagine, yes, you do have a lot of things in here you haven't seen before.
I know what a book is, so I'm not touching every book, but...
Fair enough. As you guys go in, you notice the figure you're following keeps moving towards a desk, also covered in books and dust with a chair behind it. Now, most in this town call me the Archivist or Merlone. Don't worry about
Merlot?
it. Merlone.
Oh, Merlot.
No, Merlone.
Oh,
That's my favorite kind of wine. God, it's hard to keep her voice consistent with this throat of mine.
Malone.
Tips wizard hat, Malone.
I serve as the town's head of information about the three heroes and other related facts, as well as its center of knowledge for many obscure texts and prophecies. But there's something not everyone knows, and that's for good reason. He touches the desk, and you notice as it and the rug beneath it slide smoothly to the side and reveal a staircase going down.
I take
Follow
it that
me.
leads to a lot of information we're not ready to learn yet.
Like the showmanship.
Perhaps, but it seems learn it you must. And he goes down into the darkness.
Haley just looks at the other two and is like, your house doesn't have this?
Even if
ours
it
is beneath
did, I would not tell you.
Ours is beneath a statue of a star.
As Mia starts to descend, she mutters, "Mine's under a bookcase."
Ooh, a
Mom kind
classic.
of looks like back and forth between Haley and the exit and decides to walk out without saying anything.
Wait, like you're leaving?
No, like following the guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You
Yeah,
said the
Mia-
exit, I was concerned.
Yeah, you said walk out. So
Nope, that's it. I'm done with this campaign. There's too much. Good day, sir.
Well, if that's how it's gonna be, I need to use the restroom.
I guess you could say she
Okay,
blew
okay.
us off.
So, do you all follow?
Yeet.
Yes.
Okay. I'm willing to have these in/out of character moments. It's funny. So, as you all fall down into the darkness, you notice blue candles start to light the walls as you enter a very noticeably cleaner and more odd-feeling area. When you enter the room, you don't actually see the person you followed in anymore. Instead, you see a pith helmet hanging on a hat rack. And then from behind one of those convenient folding privacy walls. Is it Shift Z?
To show everything,
Oh.
to show to everybody, yes.
Here, hold on. I think I may know how to need to do this. Come on, work with me. Roll20's being very slow to pull things out onto the map. Come on. There we go. You see this person now. You say it was Control Z?
Shift Z. Control Z is undo.
It's a Merlin.
Interesting. I've never before seen someone who looks like this, I assume.
It's a bit too dramatic, but I need it's another Myrrh sound.
It's a little too dramatic.
Yeah, I thought it was slower.
Just set the speed to like slower and like, ta-da.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can actually do that and watch together.
You can.
What's that?
I'm
that
not going
better?
to be picky.
I could go slower.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
What?
Slowing it down, all this.
Well, no, you said if it goes slower, it's probably good, and I slowed it down.
Yeah, but are you slowing it down even further?
No.
The options are it could be 0.25 up to 2 times. So right now it's
Stop it at
Multiples of a
0.5.
quarter.
right now it's 0.5.
I thought you were at 0.5 and you were making it even smaller.
I did that briefly to see how it would sound.
Yeah,
Anyway.
with music it gets a bit too scratchy.
Anyways, they go to the opposite side of the room from you and turn to face you as a table rises up in front of them with a crystal ball on it.
I don't see
One
the
is
crystal
also
ball
the
on the stream.
centerpiece.
The stream view doesn't have the crystal ball for some reason.
I
I don't see it either.
thought I
I
put
see
it to...
crystal ball.
Yeah, I see it on like my actual screen, but not on the crystal ball or not on the stream view.
Damn you, stream view. Okay, what if I do this?
That no. Let me just try refreshing it.
I guess I'll also try refreshing.
I was a neat looking wizard. Yes, Bono. We get a name here in a moment.
There we go. Stream view can see now.
Okay, good. Here's their token up here if you want. That is not relative size.
There we go. it popped
I
in.
have the biggest crystal ball in the world.
I use it to watch very large things or very small things.
Alright, so as the table rises up, I apologize for the deception, but I find that having my identity slightly hidden helps me able to focus on what I'm trying to do instead of being pestered by the random passerby. My actual name is Merlin. Dun dun dun. The dun 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 was the TM, not him.
Haley thinks for a moment and is like, how do people not tell when your fake name is just like one letter off from that?
It's 2 letters off, and it's strangely enough.
Can I make a
Two
history
letters
check
seems
to
to
see if I
throw
know
peop-
anything about this guy?
He is now in your journals.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason I thought you were gonna say he is now in your bag.
I mean, that is something
People
Paper Mario would do.
Believe it or not, a lot of people are actually thrown off whenever you use more than one letter change.
Is your name actually like Mel?
No. The people
No,
in my
asking
tribe
Mia.
are actually-
Asking Mia that.
No.
I'll figure you out.
I was imagining Haley like turns to Bombshells like, I can't think of anything it would be by changing 2 letters. So it must be her real name.
Anyways, so yes, while I am the archivist of this town, I also serve as its local wizard. And for things such as this, both of my proficiencies are needed.
Wait, how do you serve as this local wizard if nobody knows you're a wizard?
Very quietly. The mayor knows.
And careful. And
Okay.
carefully.
He calls upon me in an official capacity. Sometimes I make an appearance, but then no one knows where to find me afterward. It means I can have my afternoons to myself.
God, I wish that were me.
Don't we all?
Was that in
Not
or out
you,
of character? Because with Dan, I can believe it.
That was out of
Yes.
character for me.
Yeah.
Simply put, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Haley, the bright. Oh God, he's huge.
I figured at least now we'd be able to see him.
I also serve as this local giant conqueror.
He's like the secret boss after you beat the main boss.
I'm just thinking, like, when he mentions, like, I get my afternoons to myself and nobody knows where to find me. Haley, the bright gold amazing daisy, kind of looks down at herself and is like, that would be helpful.
Anyways, the reason I called you all down here is because I believe you may be ones that we have been waiting for. Or at least I certainly hope so, given recent events.
Just realized that I think this music will work perfect and it's not even slowed down.
Oh, what we got? Oh yeah, that'll do.
There we go.
Mystic.
Going to put that on loop just in case. Alright. Now, things may... I don't know if you're aware yet, but if not, you soon will be. The Dark Shard has returned.
The what?
The Dark Shard. The being defeated by the three heroes over 100 years ago.
Of course, it would come back during a holiday.
Yes. But we thought we were safe after we got past the 100-year anniversary.
It turns out the
Tell me that's when
101-year anniversary was the problem.
Exactly. That's unheard of. Normally these things happen exactly 100 or 1,000 years after. But usually if it's 1,000, there's some kind of prophecy. We thought we were okay. Still.
Or at least there's some being who was there back then that's still around.
Perhaps. It is strange because the heroes were quite certain they had completely defeated the Dark Shard. The battle was legendary. Still, I thought that something might arise, a great evil, and it seems that the heroes themselves thought that something like this might happen. We simply interpreted what they said incorrectly. But, to the current situation, and he points to the three weapons you all have. You may not have made this connection yet, but those three are the exact weapons used by our three fallen heroes.
I mean, I kind of guessed, but I thought these were just, I don't know.
I didn't know.
Bombshell closely studies her blade.
To you, it looks almost like a simple blade, although for over 100 years old, it does not look near that.
Haley looks at the microphone stand and is like, so this is a weapon?
Oh yes. Our dear
Copley.
Couple was a multi-talented lass. A book floats over from a special shelf and opens itself on the table in front of him. Now, I imagine must be all a bit for each of you. After all, destiny does not come knocking that often. Still, even with a great evil like the Dark Shard around, we do have things that I do have ways I've been looking into in order to beat it back. In fact, the three heroes left fairly good instructions for that in their autobiographies in their biographies of how they defeated it the first time. I imagine such similar methods will work again, and maybe we'll just have to do this every 100 years. Who knows? Hopefully not. Maybe you could be a bit more decisive in how you end things.
Haley is currently weighing the microphone stand in her hand to figure out how to use it as a club.
It's a quarterstaff, not club, but fair enough.
She's trying to figure out how to use it to whack things.
I mean, if you're having trouble whacking things with your club, you should see a doctor.
Wait, so both teams now have
Or a
some
prostitute.
magical item that they also use as a quarterstaff. Perfect.
It be what it be. Now, it may come as a surprise to each of you because it seems that you had no trouble, but there were actually rumors that in the end of their time, there was an attempt to steal the weapons from the three heroes. After all, they were old and retired at that point, or at least most of them were. But it was said they could not be separated from them, or at least that those that tried did not fare well. That is why we were so careful with the three heroes' tombs. In addition to, preserving them, we were concerned about what might happen when the weapons were recovered.
And if they might fall into the wrong hands, I would bet.
Exactly. I have no doubts that the Dark Shard perhaps knew, or at least found out where the three heroes had fallen, and wanted to use some of the items and wanted to ensure some of the items that were used for its defeat were not able to do so again. Were not able to be used to do so again. Sorry, it appears my rather more solitary existence as a wizard has made my grand speech ability go down a bit. After all, I'm used to gathering the information myself. Still.
Well, you're doing a lovely job, dear. Keep going.
Thank you. Still. Anyways, here. Here we are. So, it is said that the keys to defeating the Dark Shard, the weapons were simply what the heroes used, but the keys to defeat the Dark Shard were these. The 7 Star Shards. He lets that hang in the air. When these shards were gathered, they were
the Star
able
Spirits?
No, the Star Shards.
Crystal Stars?
Spirits. No, the Star Shards. I don't see what's hard about this.
Sorry, there's a lot of 7-star things to keep track of.
It is the magic number.
I
After
thought
all,
that was 6.
No, it's 7. It's always been 7. It's on the
Oh.
wizard. It's in the wizard handbook.
To be fair, I don't think we have the Wizard Handbook.
That's true. I have the wizard handbook. Pulls out a small
Indeed,
pen.
Too bad, I thought I knew a wizard. Turns out he was a warlock.
Oh, we don't talk about those.
I know a cleric.
Those are okay.
I
He's
have
dead.
no connection to magic personally.
That's perfectly fine. Anyways, where was I?
Crystal
Shards,
Stars?
yes, yes.
Oh, shards, right.
No, Star Shards. So, these 7 Star Shards were gathered by the 3 heroes, and with their combined power, they were able to fight on a level equal to that of the Star Shard, and thus they were able to defeat it.
You mean the Dark Shard.
What did I say?
You said Star Shard.
Right, Star Shards against a Dark Shard.
Why is everything shards? Why are they not whole?
I don't know. I didn't make them. Maybe they were like a crystal ball at one point and they broke. I don't know. I am the historical person here. I tell you what I have learned.
I read about it and it happened.
The 10 plot devices. No. Anyways. Yes, got the 7 Star Shards, fought the Dark Shard, and defeated it. So,
And get
now
a victory
naturally
shard.
no. Maybe. They weren't exactly clear on what happened whenever they managed to use all 7 shards together. I imagine something grand happened. After all, that's why you do these things.
But then after the battle, the 7 shards were whisked away into all the different parts of the world, and in order for us to defeat the Dark Shard, we have to travel around and find the Star Shards while solving all the problems surrounding in getting that Star Shard. Am I right?
Now that's stupid.
Well, I mean, some of that is correct. So I will amend. The 7 Star Shards were not whisked away after the battle. The heroes actually kept them for a time, but then they decided that since some of them were important to where they had gotten them from, they would be returned. And over time, none of the shards actually remain in one place. So yes, they are decently scattered. But the good news is that we are reasonably certain of where most of them are. After all, they were treasured sacred artifacts. Now, as to if you will going to go gather them, yes, thank you for volunteering. That would be great. After all, I imagine if they were used to defeat the first time, we will need their assistance again.
I kind of walked into that one.
Why?
Yes, you did.
Why? Why wouldn't we find something else that can actually get rid of it for more than just 101 years?
Well, I don't know if this is the timing of it, but it was said originally in the prophecy that the 3 heroes found that the Star Shards were created at the same time as the Dark Shard, and that is why their powers are both opposite and equal.
Hang on.
If you want to go testing various things against the Dark Shard to see if it works better, I suppose you can. But I imagine you will get 1 try, and then if it doesn't work, you will be doomed.
Can't wait till you fight the villain who can only be defeated by one of us who was the exact same age to the second.
Suddenly, Mia just mutters a doomed, like Madame Boistrella.
Yes, exactly. She gets it. Anyways.
I just know a
but-
crazy old lady that said everyone is doomed.
Everyone knows one of those. You should have met my mother. Anyways.
She wasn't a rabbit, was she?
No.
Okay.
Why would you be a rabbit?
Well, we don't know if you're maybe a rabbit. We can't see.
No, I'm a wizard.
Is that your race?
It's my math class.
Stanley, you do not go around and ask people their race.
Yeah. I am Merlin the Wizard. That is good enough. Anyways, to answer the final part of your assessment, young shy girl.
Shy gal.
Thank you. Political correctness has changed recently. I'm trying to keep things straight.
I don't want to get cancelled.
Exactly. What would I do without my reception in my crystal ball? Anyways, as to whether you're going to save people, well, I certainly hope so if you're going to be heroes.
Yeah,
Because that
they're
is
more
what you will be if you go defeating, the world-ending evil.
Yeah, most people are receptive to handing over or artifacts if you're nice about it.
Yes. And it wouldn't be a very good follow-up story if we had to go on about how you went and stole all the sacred artifacts.
I mean, interesting caper story, but not exactly enough to be like, hey, here are the heroes, be like the heroes.
Yes, well, I will leave the exact specifications of obtaining them to you, although I will certainly do my best to help. But I'll be honest, I'm surprised you're all taking this so well. Destiny thrust upon you does not always go so smoothly.
Well, I mean, I've been wanting to get out a bit more. Once we find our friends, yeah, we can probably go do that.
Yeah, I'm already on an adventure to find a thief that stole something from me, so this is basically just adding to the list of things I need to do.
I had no prior plans except to become an adventurer.
Well, that's fair enough. I'm glad you're willing to multitask, with saving the world, as it were. So, right. So,
I wonder how Kel will feel about this. Kel, do you know where our friends are?
who are your friends?
Well, I have a Koopa friend named Kel. He was in the museum when it collapsed.
Ah, yeah. Unfortunately, as you may have gathered from the mayor, you so far are the only ones recovered from the epicenter of the museum's collapse.
We're gonna have to go back in there and find them.
Well, we do have trained social service workers at the ready who are already beginning the excavations. I would suggest you lead this to professionals, as collapses are very likely. So we are trying to go about this the right way to avoid injury to any of those remaining or those performing the rescue.
That's fair enough.
So I do appreciate your patience on this matter.
Mhm.
I can assure you we will do our best to try and find them. And should worse come to pass, perhaps I may be able to divine something about them within my crystal ball here. It is not just for show, after all, though it does look nice.
Could you divine something about them now, just so we know if they're okay?
Oh, well, if you're going to be accepting a world-saving quest, then yes, I find that is quite reasonable. Here, let me just, he tucks the book to the side for the moment, keeps it open to a certain page, though, you notice. And you actually see his hands come out of his long sleeves at this point. And he caresses them around, just around the crystal, not actually touching. He's like, let us see here. I will now say the magic words to enact the crystal ball. Please, do not worry about anything you might see. I assure you it is all part of the spell, he says as the magic sphere begins to glow, and you all notice that as it almost looks like the walls fall away from you, and you find yourselves thrust into a star field.
Ooh!
Chazibi!
Shazubi!
Chazubi!
Shazam!
Shazam! Quiet, all of you. You know my magic words too well. That was out of character. As the crystal ball glows to an almost blinding level, suddenly all your vision sees is white, and when it fades, the room is exactly as it was. Right. So, did a little looking, and I have good news. They are alive, and they are uninjured.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Whenever something like this is going around, honestly, that's a good state to be.
When you say alive,
I assume one is a boo, yes?
yeah?
He is as alive as a boo can be.
Okay, so he's still a boo.
Yes, he is boo alive, which I believe they just say alive and then put quotation marks around it. Anyway, so yes.
That's the AP style for it. If you go to Chicago style.
Anyway, yes, I hope this does put your hearts a little bit at ease. Your companions are alive and well. I can't say exactly pinpoint where they are at the moment, but I hope this at least will give you a bit of solace.
Hopefully we can find them. They can't be too far away, right?
Potentially. There was a little bit of interference, but it may just be static. Taps the ball.
Your call is very important to us. Please.
Damn telemarketers. How did they get my number?
You have a number?
Shh. No one tell no one about my wizard number.
Wizard number.
It's got too many 69s and 420s in it. I'm quite embarrassed.
I even put like an XXX at the start and end. I was very young.
I
Now.
didn't think I would get to the position I was today.
Now, there is something else, and since you seem to have accepted your quest, I should let you know of what you have available to you. Those weapons you have there, you see, they are very special. Tales of what they could do honestly go back quite a ways and are just as varied and grand as some of the stories of the great heroes of the three great heroes themselves. To that end, I believe a certain passage here sort of gives a little bit of insight into what that could mean for what you hold there. And he will pick out the book and tilts it in front of them again. This was actually a quote from the late Night Guy, as he was nearing the end of his days. He was actually the first hero to pass, but with his final notable words, he actually touched the hearts of the two that remained, and they actually echoed his sentiments. It is believed that this formed perhaps what will be your bond with the weapons you hold, if I may. As he starts to read, Mia, you hear not only his voice, but you hear a deeper voice coming from behind you, echoing his statement. The other two of you do not hear this. I will actually pause the music for this. Soon I'm afraid I leave you both. Here I lay, time draws near. No kin left to hold my oath, yet my end I do not fear. This world in its hour of need will bring forth one to follow me. To that one, valiant indeed, I leave a warrior's legacy. Yes. So, as you can see, when he did decide to speak, the night guy was quite profound.
Probably deep voice too.
Well, that's up to speculation at this point, but it is nice to think about.
She just nods as if, yeah, it is nice to think about.
But it was believed that with these words, the night guy did indeed leave a legacy. As with his will, it was also said that his weapon would be entombed with him. When asked if it would asked if he would like to sell it to or give it to a museum for posterity or anything, that was his response. The other two soon took to this and actually added that to their own wills. And thus, we were quite excited when we found their burial chamber here under the town. But such words do have power in this world, even by those that do not necessarily possess magic themselves. After all, what is magic but an extension of will in given form? So, if you do not mind, would one of you let me see one of the weapons?
Bombshell hands hers over.
Ah, the sword of Bombardo. Yes. He sets it in front of the crystal ball, and he does a quick muttering. Some zazoobs are heard, and the crystal ball flashes briefly. Ah, interesting. So, as some of you are no doubt aware, there exist magical items in this world. Some powerful, some common, some quirky. This is none of those things. What you have here is what would appear to most to be an ordinary sword, but within it lies the will and spirit of Bombardo. What exactly this will mean for you, I'm not certain. After all, that would be up to them. But I imagine, given what they did before, you will probably find it most useful on your journey to find what you need and stop the coming of the Dark Shard. I would suggest you hold on to this. I will, let the mayor know that they are in good hands. And he offers it back to you.
Thank you, dear. She stows it.
In fact, if you wish, assuming you are up to it, I know today has been tiring. But I could potentially get you a bit of a jump start on your connection to them if you wish.
A jump start to our connection?
What do you
Yes,
mean by
sir.
that?
Well, one of the old adventuring adages is bonds forged in fire. So what I could do is set up a bit of an
A fire?
illusion. No,
I
an illusion.
thought for a second my mind went he's going to say set you all on fire.
No. I have flammable things around.
Not only that, but you could explode if set on.
And I'm a flower.
Yes.
Well,
Well, what
it's
I
fine
what
if
I
I
could do
explode.
is I could set up an illusion for you, some sort of practice, as it were, for you to be able to get a better grip on these weapons, so that perhaps you may attune yourself to them and the wills within. You will not be in mortal danger, but I imagine you may come out of it a bit fatigued. Would you be up for this?
Text box appears on screen.
Tutorial?
Would you like to learn about action commands?
Nah, we know about timed hits.
I think
Do
we
you know about the hidden flourish mechanic?
No, I've never heard of it before.
Stylish! All right, I think we do it.
I think we will. Though Mia will also quip, as long as Night Guy wouldn't be offended by the fact that I want to enchant this thing so that it returns to me at any time.
That would be a conversation between you and him, I think. He says as the crystal ball begins to glow once more. And you find yourself in a similar and yet eerie area.
Oh
We
no,
get you all
large
on
dots.
We get you all on the thing here.
Sweet.
Mia, why do you fight when I try and put you on the
What?
Oh god, there's two of them!
While we're doing with this, it occurred to me during the session that like I'm playing a rogue, but because of all my like short rest mechanics, I'm kind of I kind of feel like a warlock. Like I have 4 different things I can do once per short rest.
Yeah, now I have to do that. There we go.
That has
Don't
been
worry about that.
Done.
So, where's
A
that
beautiful
tutorial battle music?
thread.
Which battle music we want?
Do you want like tutorial battle music, or do you want something that's at least decently serious?
Either or.
All right, hang on. I got it. I got you. Let's see.
Wait, I'm going to re-roll my initiative and then go washroom real quick.
Well, let me actually put up the initiative counter then. Someone didn't select their token.
I never remember that. It's stupid that you have to do that. It's literally tied to the sheet.
And then you can manually add bombshell.
Go, and they got 16. What is their dex?
Uh,
That'll do. Oh, there's a tutorial battle music.
yeah. Hang on. Let me. I think this one says that it loops better.
My turn.
All right. What's your speed?
My dexterity 15.
Okay, you need to choose to add tiebreaker to initiative under the options.
I'll do it now.
All right. So. All right.
Right. What you do? So, as you all go into this training ground, as it were, you find yourselves naturally holding the weapons in your hands, as easily as you have done any other. And ahead of you, you see a cleft, an Oakley, and what appears to be a giant spiny.
All right. When you say cleft, is it the kind that has spikes or no?
It does have spikes.
Yeah,
Okay.
clefts have spikes, but there are also clefts that have no spikes. Those are called bald clefts.
Just making sure.
And that's a fair question.
I don't know the naming conventions of every Mario RPG enemy, so.
I do.
That's fine. You don't need to, Endor.
Koopa Troll. All right. The Artificer is going first.
You're right. First up is Mia.
Artificer. Ha ha ha.
Go punch them. Be an Artificer.
And then become a nun, become an artificer.
If only these were closer, then I could use a cantrip.
Do you not have like a 30-foot cantrip?
No, it's not that. It's more, I have a cantrip that I can hit someone and then I have to choose someone within 5 feet of the target. And the way you space them out, they're 10 feet apart!
Well, the spacing is kind of arbitrary.
I'm just imagining Mia yelling at Merlin.
This spacing's so arbitrary, I'm not even on a tile, technically.
Merlin just kind of speaks over the stars you were in. Not everything is going to be perfect. Focus more on your weapons. They will help you.
Alright, then let me try it like this. She'll run in, and as she runs in, she's... Oh, wait. Okay, no, yeah, I can do that. So she'll run in, and then she'll use the green flame blade, which is this.
Alright, 1 second. Let me get their sheet up. Okay. What'd you roll?
Oh, because he said focus on your weapons, on my turn I'm going to use explode.
That's fair enough. Dan, you still have to make an attack.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, since it's not within 5 feet, using Green Flame Blade is kind of pointless.
That's why I was so annoyed about that! But then Rhino said, Ed, it's a work in progress. I thought maybe I could get a bone here?
Well, you still need to actually hit.
Okay.
And then he rolls a 1.
Alright. So as you go forth with the spear, you found that you are also using as a javelin for some reason.
Because I didn't put down the actual spear as an actual weapon.
It's fine. You can feel free to drag on a spear to your character sheet if you want to, and it'll automatically add the attack for it. But for now, you rolled an 18, so you do hit. And as you make the attack, you swear in the corner of your eye, you see someone else making the exact same motions as you, though perhaps a bit more practiced. and you feel them match your rhythm, or perhaps you match theirs as you thrust into this creature. Roll damage.
Okay. Oh wait. Then
I believe spear will have
Yeah,
different
spear-
damage to this.
spear actually has the same thing as one-handed. I'm not wielding it as two hands, so
That's fine. All right. So you deal the damage, and as you look at the green flame, you do see what's your spellcasting modifier?
intelligence
The number
14 or
2. All right. You do see the flame almost seem to loop around the creature you're facing, where it also impacts them.
Oh.
You see the almost shade next to you nod in approval, and it doesn't actually disappear. In fact, you two others can also see this specter.
Mia, look out! There's someone next to you.
I can clearly see him, and he looks to be happy with what I'm doing. So, I want to keep it that way.
Up is how do I get this to? There we go. The cleft. Assuming that does end your turn, Mia.
Yeah, that would be all I can do right now.
All right. So the cleft scratches its shoes across the ground and snorts in aggression before suddenly charging at you, Haley. And he is going to attempt to spike you.
Oh no, don't get spiked. You're off stage.
What is your AC?
14.
All right. In that case, both of these hit.
Oh boy.
Both.
Yep. As he does a series of quick jabs at you as he charges forward, and he deals a total of 16 bludgeoning damage. Sorry, piercing.
16 piercing damage. Jeez. Okay.
And he snorts at you like, "Come at me." Next, Madame Bombshell.
I'm a bard. Leave me alone.
Me no like music.
I haven't even played any music yet.
You are holding a microphone, so it's just assuming. Alright. I guess considering how much it's hurt my friend, I'm gonna go flank this guy. And then let's see how you handle this. I was double checking what my maneuvers are again. Alright, yeah, I was gonna rapier it. I forgot the +2 for flanking.
You hit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, how the fuck? Oh.
Yeah, sneak attack.
Right. Fair enough.
Aha!
I forgot rogue burst damage.
Yep.
Alright, so that is a total of 21 damage. Bombshell, as you see your blade impacted in the back of this creature, in its little sandy and thus slightly softer back, you see almost another ghostly blade impact aside your own, the blade looking almost identical. And as you strike that final blade, you hear next to you, almost faintly, "Ha ha!" Yeah.
He's classic swashbuckler, I'm like modern swashbuckler, so I don't go haha nearly as much.
Still doing something.
Yes, maybe. As you pull your blades back, he does almost a flourish before putting his away. As you see the shade of a bomb, different than you, but somehow similar. He has a
Alright.
dramatic cape. Is at the
And
end of your turn.
that will conclude the turn.
All right, next, Hazy Haley.
I'm guessing the cleft is still alive.
Yes.
All right. Haley is going to take a look at the positions of the enemies. Almost kind of like if you were to look at her eyes are like flicking around as if like what she's doing is basically calculating distance real quick.
She's just trying to fire her own sparkles.
It can look that way, but no, she's like double checking distance as she's going to using Koopley's microphone stand. She's going to using that instead of her regular microphone. She's going to sing a specific note into it that erupts into a shattering sound as she casts Shatter that affects these two. Because it is a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So,
Roll. So that is a Constitution.
that is, yep, Constitution saving throw.
All right. Let's see here. What's the DC?
14. And
That one.
wow, that
just
did.
passed. And let's see. Oh, no, you get off that. I need to see his sheet. And that one also just passed.
All right, then they both take 5 damage.
All right.
If they're considered,
as-
are they considered like constructs?
No, these are not.
Okay.
All right. As you do this note, you sing.
Wait,
And you notice
clefts are made of stone.
you didn't hit the cleft.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, my bad.
These
My
two.
bad.
These two.
I did the wrong two. So in that case, the cleft takes full damage,
Okay.
and the spiny takes half.
Okay.
And that is actually exactly enough to take the cleft out.
Yeah, I'm not sure how like how much you're gonna do for like because I know there are a lot of things in the Mario world that are made of stone or metal or whatever, so I don't know how much you're gonna allow with that. So
We'll see.
because like clefts are literally made of stone, bob-ombs are made of metal, and like bullet bills and other things like that.
I got you. So as you let out your shrieking note, you see the cleft almost crack and crumble into a pile of pebbles, whereas the spiny simply almost guards itself inside its shell. And yet next to you, you also notice something. You notice a rather jolly-looking Koopa with a yellow shell. She has sort of spun her microphone stand around for planting it in the ground and going along with your note. And as you look at her, she winks at you.
I put something in voice chat spam.
I was going to make that same joke.
Well, now I gotta see what it is.
It's Haley.
Sorry.
It's Haley.
I'm super glad you thought of that.
And that is
I already have like that image downloaded because I was using it in video editing.
that's also how she's holding it compared to the spirit who has it planted in the ground.
That's fair enough.
She needs to be a lot more mobile. So
Fair enough.
she kind of like gives a smile to the spirit before facing the enemies down again, and is going to for a bonus action because I'm a bard is going to give some bardic inspiration to Mia as she is going to say. That's one down. You can handle that, loser.
Nice.
And you get a bardic inspiration. Yeah.
Yay.
All right.
All right. So now comes to the Spiney's turn. It starts whirring up inside its shell as it does a quick little turn around here to get back to Mia,
Uh-oh.
as it is going to attempt to bonk into you. That is a natural 20.
Fuck me.
I was thinking of using cutting words, but natural 20 is an auto hit.
Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
You can add a d6 if you think that's not enough.
I don't think even with a d6 it'll be enough.
I mean, if you get a 6, that's probably enough.
You underestimate my, or you overestimate my luck.
Yeah, I'm with Dan. I'm with Dan on this one.
So, are you going to use it?
No, I'm not using Bardic.
All right. As it comes over to you, this Spiny literally bowls you over. You are now prone, and you take 14 damage. I will now flip you.
Woo!
Oh no, it's just like in the Pokemon TCG.
And the Spiny slows its spin to look at its work, and it's like, yeah, got you. Next up, now next to you on the ground, Mia, you actually do see Night Guy still standing up, and he simply crosses his arms and looks down at you before readying his own shield and facing it towards the enemy, bracing himself. Next is the Oakley. Let's see. Seeing as you're down, he is going to attempt to give you a jab. It's an advantage because you're prone, and he's within 5 feet. No, it's 6 feet now.
I mean,
Alright,
if
didn't
he's
roll.
within 6 feet, he's within 5 feet.
Didn't roll that great.
If you didn't, I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm gonna use cutting words.
Well, I'd like to hear what's going on.
I need to do it before he says what the number is the thing. If I use cutting words, I basically subtract from his roll to hit.
Go ahead if you want.
One of the best subclass uses of Bardic Inspiration, in my opinion.
Yeah, and sorry for cutting you off, but it says in the thing that I need to do it before he actually says what the number is. So,
What?
So yeah, going to. I don't actually. I need to add that to this thing, but I'm gonna. Well, let's see if it actually Yeah, -5 to the hit, to the 2 hit as.
That.
Huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
As Haley's gonna call out to the Oakley before it can land a hit. Hey, Grasshair, why don't you take a look at a real plant? As a distraction.
And it does succeed, as with that, the Oakley's jab does go off center and impacts the ground next to Mia as he looks up at you like, how dare you insult my hair.
That's
And
not
that is a
fair.
miss. Mia, it is your turn.
All right, well, first get up.
All right, half your movement. Do you need me to turn you, or you got it?
Please turn me.
I think only GMs can rotate them.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get this ready before the games, or before my turn, but apparently there is no ray of sickness in Roll 20.
That's odd.
Yeah, it's one of those that isn't in Roll20, so you would have to put it in manually. I can, like, quickly set it up in your sheet if you want me to.
I was trying to get it set up. The only thing I haven't done was the damage.
All right.
Which is basically, I make a ranged attack, and if I succeed on the attack, it deals 2d8 poison damage, and then whoever I hit makes a con saving throw. If they fail it, they're poisoned until the end of my next turn.
If that happens in the future, I can actually import stuff like that to drag into your sheet.
Okay.
I will say, since it's ranged and you're within 5 feet of enemy, it would have disadvantage.
Which, that is a problem for me. So...
We're on our way to help if you want to just stab. It's up to you.
Or you get to take your luck with your opportunity attack of moving away.
Well, I'm going to swap to holding my spear with 2 hands, and I'm going to swipe at the Oakley that I was attacking before.
Go ahead. That will hit.
Alright, and remind me, can I use my Bardic Inspiration to increase the damage I do, or just the ability to hit it?
I
Just
don't
to...
think Nex is the subclass that allows you to add the damage.
Yeah, no, it's only to the T20 rolls.
Okay.
6 piercing. Alright. You jab into the Oakley, and he looks like he is definitely feeling it at this point. And you see the spirit of Night Guy next to you nodding at your bravery to stand and face your foes.
It's not really like I can go anywhere.
Technically, you could have disengaged and ran the fuck away, but
Well, true.
Wait, can't Shy Guys disengage as a bonus action?
can they?
Let me check. Let's see.
I imagine that will be on your character sheet.
It's just, when I'm engaged, I can use a bonus to move further than my movement speed. It doesn't say I have to
Okay.
disengage.
Okay, so you don't have disengage, you just can move faster. Okay. Right, I'm the one who can do that.
And my mobility-based thing is I can, like, charge people. Yay.
Well, Dan, don't forget your war cry for your advantage on your first turn.
Yeah, I missed that when I did my first attack.
Alright.
Warcry?
Yeah, basically, I gain advantage on my first attack during initiative.
Okay. It's hard to keep track of these new
Specifically
races.
Weapon
Okay,
attack.
anyways, next up is the thing that's dead, so it's Madame Bombshell's turn.
I am surprised by this.
Ah, that means they have advantage.
I was thinking about which one I want to attack. Would this square count as flanking?
Yes, it would.
Okay, then that's the one. Because I can't actually reach the other guy. 'Cause my legs are stubby.
Everyone's legs are stubby in this world.
My legs are so stubby I have reduced movement speed.
Fair enough.
I don't. I'm a flower.
Perhaps you'd like some of this?
Alright, that is a 16. That does hit. Alright, so that
I
is
only did 13 damage.
That's 13 damage. You took a significant chunk out of that spiny. You seem to have popped out one of the spikes on its shell, and it's like, no!
Haha!
He's at the end, and you actually do see Bombardo next to you puff out his bomb chest at that. Just like, yes! Rout your foes!
I use my bonus action to do an extra special flourish.
You do feel something at that, and we will get to that later, but do note that.
Yay. That concludes the turn.
Hazy Haley.
Haley is going to move up a little bit to here. and is going to, with her microphone,
Cone of cold to kill everyone.
I was the dark shard all along. It's ironic because I'm gold.
And glittery.
Expect me.
Gonna sing into it. Mia, you're the best. Stab that weedling in the chest. As I'm going to use Vicious Mockery and Healing Word. Vicious Mockery on the Oakley as my action, and then Healing Word on Mia for the bonus action.
That is allowed.
Yep. Alright, so first off, the Vicious Mockery. DC 14 Wisdom save.
Alright, let's take a look-see. Failure.
Alright, it takes 2 damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Ooh, very nice.
And then
Him, what to do for that?
I mean, you could just remember it. Their turn's coming up.
I know, but it's funnier if I do a thing for them.
You could
Turn
flip.
upside down. We'll all laugh.
Here we go. The my pride symbol.
And then Mia, you recover 8 hit points.
Nice.
Mia, do you acknowledge? Yep.
Okay.
I acknowledge it. I'm just a little bit busy.
Okay.
And from your side, Haley, you see Couple giving you a thumbs up.
I don't have thumbs, so I just hold. It just looks like I hold up my hand in response, but I try to return the gesture.
But realize she can't.
All right, and that is going to be my turn.
All right. Next up, the Spiny. It starts spinning around, and you're wondering who it's going to go after before it suddenly launches itself at Bombshell.
Not so fast. Oh wait,
It's not
wait,
leaving your
never mind.
area if that's what you're doing.
kind of, but oh wait, that Mia's not the one with Sentinel. Never mind.
Okay, yeah, I can understand the getting that confused.
All right, so we're all good?
We're good. Just keep
Okay.
going.
I attack. I assume a 12 does not hit you.
Correct. I'd like to riposte that with my 1 superiority die.
And what does that do?
I'll click it.
You can use your action to spend 1 superiority die, make a melee weapon attack against the creature. Oh, interesting. I like it.
Ooh. Yeah, you got the feat that takes a Battlemaster stuff or whatever.
Very
Yes,
nice.
that's exactly correct.
All right, do it.
Such a feeble attempt.
Jesus!
Well, that super hits.
Calm down! Calm down!
Now, hold on. I would like to point out here, I believe you only get sneak attack once per round.
That is true.
No, it is once per turn. I've watched enough people arguing about the freaking 1 D&D rules to know this.
Well, I'm gonna say your turn hasn't come up again, so you don't have your sneak attack yet.
All right, then.
And if it
it's
matters,
10
we are
then.
actually still in the same initiative round. So,
Okay,
Yeah.
then it's 10 total.
all right, 10 total, you say. All right,
Yep.
with your riposte as it spins towards you, would you like to flavor this as you take it out, or would you like me to?
Bombshell does a little shuffle to the side. As it adjusts, she lunges back to where she was before, and with that lunge, she goes in for the killing blow. How's that?
Bombshell. All right, Bombshell gives you a nod as the foe is taken down, and there's almost a twinkle in his roguish eye. We will note this for later.
Ooh.
All right, next, the Oakley, whose pride has been wounded, and for this, Mia must pay, even though she's not doing it.
Oh, I've been hitting him all this time. The only time I didn't hit him was when it hit his pride.
Yeah, that was
No.
me.
But that's what hurts right now. My pride. All right, as he extends a branch out of himself and grasps it, as he now also has a spear and jabs at you with
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
And no more flanking because his guy's gone.
Also true. Yeah, that doesn't hit you. Good thing too, because he rolled well on the damage. As he jabs for you, he is too weighed down by his wounded pride. Does Mia have a shield?
Mia does. One moment. I don't think Mia herself has a shield. No.
Huh. Okay.
I think
Thought
I
I was
was supposed to give her one, but right now she's just got a spear.
Okay. We'll deal with that in a bit. Something to. Jeez, that was a dramatic beginning. Anyway, so he too weighed down by his wounded pride, he jabs at you, but you expertly. Do you deflect or do you dodge?
I would deflect it.
All right. Night Guy approves. Speaking of Night Guy approving, it is your turn.
Let's see him approve of. Okay, even though it's not going to do anything because all of his friends are dead. Just to give that fiery flavor.
All right.
And I'm going to use the... I could still use the inspiration, right?
If you want, sure.
Yeah, that probably hits though.
I'm not going to risk it.
Fair.
All right. With words and flame spurring you on, how would you like to finish him?
With fire.
Would
I'd
you
like
like
to
to
think-
choose, or would you like me to?
I would like to think that when he goes... when the Oakley goes to the attack, Mia deflects it with the butt of her spear, spins it around, and then brings it up to cut him in half, with the fire helping with the cleave. Does that work?
Yes, it does. As the illusions fade away. You get the cleanup crew in here as we change music.
Hello,
what's
I'd like to make a dinner reservation for 3.
Let's see, where was it? Nope, I'm on the
And-
64 one.
And hey, we all got one.
Right? You did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Madam
Didn't
got
you?
Madam
I
got
got
2.
two.
Oh right,
Oh,
no, right.
wow.
My shatter was what killed the cleft.
Yeah, Shatter killed the Cleft. F Bombette killed with a riposte, and I killed with a normal attack.
Max, if you wouldn't mind, could you put back Partially Sanctum, please?
It should be under history.
Ah, thank you. Me looking for the history button.
It's right next to
Um,
playlists.
Me looking for a playlist button.
Let's see. You go away. You go away. You go away. And you all line up conveniently.
Nice.
All right. With that, everything settles down. You find yourself still in the area. Ahead of you appear the spirits you were fighting near. Let's see.
Yeah, we were just adjacent to them by happenstance.
What color would Bombardo be?
He's a bomb, so
Here we go. He can have purple.
Cool, I've never seen a purple bomb before. I'm sure my character has.
Bulkom, I think is what they're called. Or Bobolk, rather.
Oh yeah, the really like big ones that are like twice as tall as Mario.
Yeah. There's Bulky Bob-omb and then Bobolk from Pit.
All right. All the 3 spirits seem to be regarding you 3. Seemingly assessing you. One by one, each of them nod in approval. Bombardo is the first to speak. I'd hoped our weapons would pass to ones worthy. It seems we chose well. Kuplay continues. Or perhaps you chose us. Who knows how these things work? Night Guy grunts.
Oh, okay.
That guy just grunts.
I suppose I should be a little more descriptive. He goes, an approving grunt.
Ah, the good kind of grunt.
Yes, it's a good grunt. I hope you will learn to use our weapons well. And we will do our best to assist you, as long as you stay on the right path. You're free to say things back to them, by the way.
Okay.
I was waiting
me
for
and
Matt
Joe-
to do a left-right joke.
Well, Haley's the one who's going to be like, okay, so we don't go into the forest or anything like that.
Uplay laughs at this. That's not quite what we meant.
I think they mean more along the lines of stealing for no reason.
You mean like this
Night Guy makes a disapproving grunt.
Oh, so should I put this back? Takes out the BLT.
Bombardo laughs this time. No, that is fine. It was going to be crushed anyway. No use wasting a perfectly good sandwich.
Plus, you can always make another for whoever it could be.
Why am
There
I?
you go. That's a good way to think of it.
So are you going to be sticking with us?
As best we can. Not exactly used to being a ghost. You thought they would be a boo or something, but no, apparently this is different. I guess we were still needed. Or perhaps what was really needed was you, and we were just here to make sure, or at least see that what we tried to do was finished.
Well, the world can always use a hero.
Night Guy nods solemnly and then points to you.
She looks away and mutters, Kel would be better suited for this.
He thuds his great shield into the ground.
Ding!
And I do accentuate this. He does have a shield that could easily cover the entirety of him and probably another person.
Yay, a super tower shield.
You say it's a great shield, and I'm just imagining like one of those. Like I'm just imagining like a riot shield.
It's essentially that, yes. But medieval, so it doesn't have a convenient window. That was the riot shield's addition to such a design.
Fair.
Do not doubt yourselves. Everyone starts off small, but I think you'll grow into it. We will do our best to perhaps try and grow alongside you. Well, whatever that means anyway. Still, do the right thing, or at least what you think is right, and I think you'll be fine. Night Guy speaks at this point. You've inherited our legacy, and for that, I thank you. Do it proud, and perhaps you will be even greater than we were. Although, that is not the point, is it?
Haley mutters herself, getting a museum would be cool.
Yes, that, we did not see that coming.
Is there anything that you know about the Dark Shard that you could tell us since you're here?
It should have died. Yes, well, it didn't, which is strange. Probably need to figure that out before it happens again.
Yeah, I figured we'd probably want to find a way to get rid of it permanently. Just sending it away for 101 years is probably not the best for the people of the future.
That is the thing. We did not banish it, as it were. We thought we had destroyed it. We saw it shatter. But who we lose?
Endorb.
Oh
Welcome
no!
back, Endorb.
Now it says I'm Endorb! Oh, there we go.
You okay, Endor?
I think I accidentally like pulled out my headphones or something, so
Ah, okay.
because
Did
I
you miss?
wasn't muted, but no one was acknowledging me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, what have you said during all this?
Nothing important enough to worry about.
That is the thing. We did not simply banish the being. We destroyed it. We broke it upon reality. And yet, here it is once more.
Someone must have wanted it back real bad.
I do not think who. It takes all in its path.
Sounds like a
Cares
Bowser
not for
thing.
this world. That Couple actually thinks on this. No, I've known some who serve under Bowser. He does care at least a bit. The Dark Shard did not.
All we can do at this point is speculate.
Wait,
But if I
who?
were to do so, it would be someone who is either incredibly nihilistic or has no idea what the end result will be.
Wait, so Kuplay knows some of Bowser's minions. How old is Bowser?
Bowser has been
In-
here
it-
for.
I'm assuming in Mario, Bowser is eternal. The man has survived everything, including black holes.
Yeah, there's really not much to say that Bowser could just be a reincarnating god.
I mean,
That's
Bowser
like-
Bowser was canonically a baby at the same time as Mario.
That's fair enough. But
Yeah,
I
that's
also
just the
haven't.
new.
I,
He's Morton Bowser the Third. This guy knows Morton Bowser the First.
I would say though, I have not said anything about Bowser being alive, so it could just be someone following his teachings.
Could
You know
be
what?
that
That's
too.
fair.
That is my in-story reason for why you will probably never meet Bowser, but will hear of him. Anyways, back into it.
And there you
Uh,
go, Bowser deconfirmed for Parchment and Perils.
We'll see. I may change my mind. I
Bowser-
said probably after all.
Bowser's dead. Long live
Long
Donkey
live
Kong.
King Bowser.
There
Anyway,
are
so
two kinds of people in this world.
Bombshell was saying something about speculation.
If I were to speculate on motives of one who'd do that, it'd either be someone incredibly nihilistic or one who doesn't realize what they're working towards.
Were things so simple? They all seem to shimmer in place as you talk to them. Oh, I think he's ending the spell now. Well, it was nice to meet all of you.
Hope you can commune directly again.
Well, here's hoping. I am certain we will find a way. Or, given we are weapons now, you will find a way. With that, they each start to fade. And so does the area around you.
Hi.
Couple does wave just before her hand disappears.
And Mia
suddenly
would
you are
just-
back in. Oh, go ahead.
Mia would just hold her spear here close, like, guard it with your life.
And you find yourselves back in Merlin's wizard room.
Ah, the wizard room. Best part of any house.
It is for wizarding.
I wonder if I could pass myself off as a wizard. We both use intelligence.
You could probably pass
Maybe.
yourself off as a low-level wizard. You gain spells slower.
Well, I hope whatever you saw in there was enlightening.
I made a cleft fall apart.
Oh, good for you. Now, while you were at it, I did some quick research, and I have
Huh?
good news. I have some starting points for you. I believe I know the location of 3 of the star shards. That should be relatively simple to retrieve.
Bombshell's clearly
Hopefully.
like thinking about something right now.
That's fine. He's going to continue looking at a book.
Yeah.
Now, the 3 I have located in the records are here. We have one over in the village in the Mellow Meadow. It's a fairly peaceful place, very quiet. I considered moving there, but not too much need for a wizard. It's not too far away, so perhaps it would be an easy opener for you. Next, I believe, last we checked, the Smolder Society had one of the star shards. They're not exactly willing to give it up to those outside themselves, though, so perhaps it is appropriate that you seem to have a lady of Bomb Society among you.
Vom nods and gives a wink.
Yes, so perhaps they would be more willing to share with you, even though they are a bit closed off. You should be able to find their envoy in the higher districts of Entangled Town, and that should be able to get you started there. And finally, we do know that there was a star shard over in Biddyburg. Now, according to recent messages sent from there, they had a bit of an epidemic going on over there, but they managed to curtail it. So that's good news. But perhaps to be just slightly careful if you go over there. Who knows if remnants are still going around trying to be cleared up. I think they called it the blubs or something.
Oh god, I know what this is now.
I was about to say, Mia hums at that. Why does that sound so familiar to her?
Now, I should note that there actually has been a mysterious lack of communication with some of these towns recently. We thought perhaps everyone was distracted giving the arrival at the Poof Festival. After all, it's quite fun. And perhaps they were having their own versions. But some part of me also wonders if perhaps the communication cutoff may have been initiated by our foe as a way of making sure no one could be warned that this was going to occur.
Good communication is key to a successful plan.
Yes. But perhaps with you going to each of these places, we may re-establish it so as to bolster ourselves. Anyways, I would probably suggest one of those 3 areas for you to start. In fact, you don't have to go all 3, so, just go to all of them. Doesn't particularly matter which order, I guess. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Well, Mellow Meadow and Biddyburg are different places. The Smolder Society is just here in Entangled Town, so I guess we start there.
Well, the envoy is here in town. The society itself would not be confined to such an area, and I believe you would have to go to the actual estates of the society, which are not here.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
How long have we been down here? You said you did some research while we were.
Oh yeah, what did it look like while we were in that? Were we just stabbing the air or something?
No, you look like you were zoned out. It's only been about
Meditating. Got it.
It's only been about half an hour.
All right.
Yeah. I could have stunned you out for overnight, but then I would have to stay here overnight to watch you, and I didn't feel like doing that.
She nods.
Yeah. Now, I believe you have quite a journey ahead of you, so if I can offer any other assistance you could think of that is reasonable, I will. And I believe most of the shops in town were also untouched, so you may be able to see about getting yourselves some equipment if you need it. After all, you will be traveling. In the meantime, while you were gone, I will be looking into seeing if I could locate any of the other remaining star shards for you. Wouldn't just want to send you out into the world and say, I don't know, figure it out. Got to have some guidance in these things. Oh, and also, do please not go spreading around my wizardliness, if you will.
What do you mean? You're just an archaeologist. Mia puts
There
a
you
finger
go.
to her. Yep. He knew exactly what she meant.
Here you are. Have a gold star. He floats a gold star over to you. It is a cookie.
Your secret's safe with us, and thank you for your help. Bombshell walks over and gives him a little kiss on the cheek.
Oh,
Ooh.
Wait, how did you find his cheek?
She just went for like the side of the hood, but like the front part of the side.
It's true. And his mustache bristles being like, oh, why, thank you. Exactly.
I could get used to this.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't too much of a struggle for you all, as you seem to have come out of it well.
Haley, who's who's currently bloodied.
That's fair enough.
10 out of 26.
You would notice that you don't seem to have physical wounds. You're just tired.
Okay.
I want to say you have like an exhaustion point or something,
But at full health?
but at full health.
Okay.
Oh no, now we'll have to long rest. Good night,
Oh
man.
no, sleeping.
Also, now she's walking half speed, so we're going to have to like.
No, that's
meander.
2 exhaustion points.
I thought 2 exhaustion points with skill checks.
No, you
Nope.
got those mixed up.
I can't tell if that's better or worse.
It's kind of worse. But anyways, so do you guys have any more questions for Merlin?
Wait.
Can we come here to upgrade our party members?
What party members? You mean yourselves?
If we manage to find our partners, we can ask then.
we come here with shine sprites.
We get them like 8 levels down the line, and we just upgrade them to be our level. Now we've just got a bunch of level 11s running around.
Wait, I know how this always works in Merlin's house in the Paper Mario games. There's something hidden in the ceiling.
Yeah, but you knew his secret.
Except here, the ceiling is the library.
Knowledge is hidden in the library, my friend, and it can be yours.
As long as you have enough rubies.
It's gonna be that thing where you run into a bookshelf, a convenient book falls off the top shelf, hits you on the head, and then opens to the page you need.
That would be a
Avoid the
Haley thing to do.
I'm gonna write that down for an investigation check for you one day.
I have proficiency in investigation because I have proficiency in fucking everything.
So, yes, at this point... Oh, go ahead.
I also have a proficiency in investigation, but I have -1 int.
At this point, we are a bit at the end of what I had planned. So at this point, it's essentially going to be whatever supplies you would like to shop for. There may be a couple noticeable NPCs that I can inform you of that you'll probably get a laugh out of. And after that is essentially you guys deciding where you would like to go.
All right. Should we get non-creepy music?
Yeah, sure. Get some casual music.
I wouldn't exactly call this creepy, though.
Not creepy, but like, this is very somber.
It reminds me of one time my sister called my music scary, and I'm like, what do you mean it's scary? It's fucking like... Just because it's a villain song... And I later tease her by putting on Frightful Factory, which is a Donkey Kong track, so it's not actually scary.
So I will move you all back to Entangle Town. That'll do.
All right.
So as you guys are thinking, something notable you notice as you come back into the main town itself. Things are slightly more calm now, and you actually notice two familiar figures. You notice the big Oink and the little Oink.
Oh boy.
Yoinks!
Yep. You notice actually, Big Oink is currently dragging a cart and seems to have almost like leather armor draped over himself. And next to him is the little Oink with his little duck tied to his tail so it rolls behind him now on wheels. And somehow he's wearing a helmet with a spike on top. And the helmet just goes over his entire body. So they seem to be at it. And that was the entertaining NPC thing I thought you guys might enjoy. They are around, they are unharmed, and in fact they are at work.
Do they want revenge?
It seemed actually like the little Loink is the one telling the big one where to go.
Oh.
Now, the question is if it's like the boss is just little kind of thing, or if it's closer to like when a child drags their parents around.
Who knows?
Not us, since we're not going to interact with them, I guess.
Not if you don't want to, but I imagine you're not going to get too far since they're pigs.
Yeah, that's fair.
So at this point, you are free to discuss which shard you would like to pursue, and if you want to pitch to me anything you would like to try and get while you're here in town. I will also let you know, at your current attunement to the hero weapons, they are magical.
Okay.
That does not help me.
I know, but I am just letting you know.
It seems like a pretty good like first level, everyone gets it kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't use this to hit people, so.
I mean, look, you can if you want, but it is up to you.
As we get out, the little lizard.
Can I use my dexterity for it instead of strength?
We'll get there.
Okay.
Crawls out of Bombshell's purse. Oh, Lizzie, how are you doing? And she like.
It has
cares
a
for her
name
pet.
now.
Yes, she named it off screen.
Good. Now I can actually add a character sheet for it. I will do that later.
Also, you spelled Merlin wrong. It's O-N.
not-
It's O-N in the Paper Mario universe.
Is it?
Yes.
Ah, well.
It's easy to remember because in Super Paper Mario, he has his counterpart, Nolrem.
That's fair enough. Go
Hey,
ahead and,
this isn't necessarily the same character, Max.
Literally, Merlin has shown up in 3 different games, and it's potentially different characters, and they all have the same name with the same spelling, so...
actually, that is correct, because the people of Merlin's tribe are named after their occupation.
Yeah, and then there's also, like, Merly, Merlovely, etc.
Merlot.
Merlot only showed up
That's the
once, I
sommelier.
believe.
Yeah, but that's it. That's fair enough.
Now,
Anyways, I do
Bomb
apologize. I
walking
wasn't
around with
exactly sure how long this session was going to be, especially since it ended with a choice.
Yeah.
Gotcha, that's fine.
So, is there anything we want to buy?
Shield.
This would be the time. Yeah, go ahead. This is going to be just standard pricing for all this. And it's while I'm at it, I will go ahead and look up that. Let's see if I can re-find those prices for those ingots you guys won with the board game.
I think Bulwark is the only one with an ingot.
I thought
No, I
all of
think
you
I've got-
played at it.
I was about to say, I've got an ingot, I thought.
I believe
you-
I sold mine immediately when the opportunity arose.
Yeah, I've
think
got a
so.
gold ingot.
I've got
Also,
golden
Haley
ingots.
is gonna go to the tavern and use her free drinks for a year to get free water.
All right, you successfully get water.
Oh, even Kel has a gold ingot.
Yep, I
I-
thought pretty much most of you got it.
If Haley got one,
Here we go. The gold ingot is worth 50 GP.
Okay.
Okay.
If got
You
second
said not
place,
to
you would've
worry
got a
about
silver gun.
rations, right?
Yeah. If there comes a time where you're going to worry about it, I will let you know.
Alright. Going to the other group, what was Goombro get for the bag of apples?
All right, we need to do that too.
I like
Let's see if we
the.
get like.
I just
Go
want
ahead.
to. I just want to say real quick, like there being a character named Goombro, you're like, huh, that's kind of weird. And then you remember in the first Paper Mario that there were Goombas who were literally named Goom Papa, Goompa, Goomama.
And then the second one they got a little different where they get like Goom Free.
Yeah, it's like the Berenstain Bears thing where they're like their legal first names are Papa, Mama, Brother, and Sister.
Can you imagine your first name being Brother?
Can you imagine your first name being Papa? It's just like, well, I guess I have to be a dad now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Goombro gets like 10 gold.
Wow, that's some good apples.
Look, I was trying to be generous and not ridiculous.
I was expecting, like, to get rations to add to his pile of rations he already has.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. The supplies at the camp will be a little more limited.
Yeah.
Because it's whatever they can find or make. Fun fact: with the 2 toads you rescued, you have expanded their inventory slightly.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Somehow.
Yep. This might be a slight mechanic spoiler, but I did kind of hint at it. Things you do in the companions part will affect your main campaign.
Ooh.
Alright.
I think that was hinted at before.
It was.
Alright.
Do you two believe we should acquire some potions or whatever the equivalent?
Some
is?
mushrooms.
If you guys want, we could do the supply gathering off screen, and you can just like go through it on your own time. But I would like the decision on where you want to go before we end this.
Let's see. So the options are there's a village in Mellow Meadow.
Correct.
Or is the village called Mellow Meadow?
There's a village in Mellow Meadow. I haven't decided yet whether they just call it Mellow Village or something.
The Smolder Society, there's an envoy here in Entangled Town which could at least give us an idea of where to go.
Why the hell is Tales of Wu Shen calling already?
It's 6 o'clock.
No, we don't start for another hour.
Oh. I guess roll. Okay, so we have.
Sorry about that.
We have Mellow Meadows. We have the Society.
And we have Biddyburg.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You have been given your plot hooks for each.
What was the plot hook for the village?
Mellow Meadow is a calm, quiet place and should supposedly be an easy get.
Which of course means it's going to be the most convoluted of them.
All right, that sounds like a World 1 to me. So,
Well, any and everything can be World 1, and then we just
World
slowly...
1 is just a state of mind.
the real World 1 is the friends we made along the way.
The World 2 is the first time you have an argument with those friends.
World 2 is a desert.
True.
Okay,
as an option, maybe Biddyburg.
which one's closest to us out of Mellow Meadow and Biddyburg?
Conveniently, they are all similar distances.
Ah, cool.
The choice is meant to be equivalent.
Okay, but going to the Society, they would lead us to where that spot is. And that just happens to be.
I was gonna say there's an envoy here in Entangled Town. Is
we go to the.
that
the
like
envoy
going to
and-
always be here?
Yes, they are in the high hills. which is
Okay.
the upper district of town.
Okay.
So I
I
guess
was
we're
about
less
to
of an
say-
envoy and more of a diplomat.
Yeah, and look, you got what word came to mind. You have a representative here.
That's good enough for me.
I'm in my summer mansion.
Yeah, like I'm actually trying to like I know what it is, but I can't think of what the word is.
I mean,
Embassy.
representative sounds right.
Embassy.
Embassy. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Except if the embassy was for like the just rich part of town.
Honestly, out of character, we know that like they're going to be around forever whenever we need them. But in character, I think it makes sense to go for that one first, because that one relies on a person, which might mean it might become inconvenient.
Yeah.
Maybe when we're not seeing anyone for a week because they get sick.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think we're ever going to do.
Bittyberg is. I was about to say Bittyberg is the one that had a bit of a sickness problem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Correct. Bittyberg had an epidemic, but it seems like they got it handled.
Well, I mean,
Also,
Mia.
using character logic, that's one I'd want to go to last because, that gives them as much time as possible to stop getting sick.
well, I could always make potions to help heal that.
Also, I just want to say I Google searched Bittyberg real quick just to see if like that was a place from a different Paper Mario game. It's from Amphibia.
Nice.
Yeah, I forgot about their Wild West town with the chest bursters.
No, it says here like it's inhabited by tiny frogs.
Yeah, it's a Wild West town, and they chest burst at the end.
Oh. Fuck
Yes,
is that show?
yes,
Anyway.
that description is correct. It also has the thing I said.
But anyway, so Mellow Meadow is like Mellow Meadow just screams like World 1. It screams like this game's equivalent of Petalburg.
I mean, stuff still happened in Petalburg. You went to a fucking castle.
Yeah, but still.
That was still World 1.
Come to think of it, both World 1s had you go through village and then castle.
Yeah, and then World 2 was bland.
Desert in the first one.
What was bland single-colored area.
I'm trying to think of what World 2 was in Thousand Year Door.
The woods.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I guess one was yellow and one was black and white.
Yeah, bland single-colored area, and then World 3 was
World 3 was fighting rink in Thousand Year Door. And then let me think, was it the toy box? No, toy box was 4, I think.
Yeah, in the first game, the third one was Boo Mansion, and then Gusty Gulch with Tubba Blubba.
Right.
Okay, the third one was taking down a supposedly invincible person, because Rockhawk.
You know what? That's fair. That is true.
Number 4 was Best Party Member gets introduced.
Yeah, Watt was all right. I always had a fondness for Paracay.
If there's any Paper Mario character I want to see it appear, it's Vivian.
Same.
That's true. That's fair.
And then number 5 was going to another island. Because it was Mount Lava Lava for in the first Paper Mario. Number 6 was
Number 6 in the first one was Flower Meadows.
Yeah, and in the second one it was the train.
Sorry, Flower Fields.
So
Not really a connection there, I think.
yeah, and then number 7 was Cold Place.
Yeah.
And then number 8 was Final Dungeon.
If we get the option to go to a cold place, we're doing that early as possible, just to spike the formula.
If there's ever a desert, we're putting that last.
That too.
All right. Anyway, I don't know why we got off topic with this. That's
Because
Fine.
we have
We're
no
kinda-
sense
we're kinda
of,
in the chill post session.
focus.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe we like ask the Smolder Society where we would go to find them, but we go to Mellow Meadow first.
All right. And what do you others think?
I think regardless of where we go, we first ask where the Smolder Society is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can
I-
probably roleplay that if you want.
I suppose we can do that now if you're ready.
It can wait till next time if you're not really prepared for it.
I mean, I can make something up and we'll see. But I think I can get it. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's do it. All right. So you make your way to the High Hills area.
This
All
feels
right.
just like home.
I know exactly what we need to use here.
So you guys get there and you, I assume you asked for a meeting with the representative.
That sounds
Uh,
like what we're doing. Bombshell will lay on as much charm as she needs to get that meeting.
You notice the stuffy butler who meets you at the door sort of peek down at you with one eye before he leads you in.
I smile and make my goldness as obvious as possible.
You soon find yourselves in an office with a very upper class looking Babam sitting behind it on a very plush chair. So, what's this I hear about you wanting to speak with me?
I already forgot the name of the
Smolder
what
Society.
we're asking for. Right.
Yeah.
We don't mean to bother. We wish to speak to the Smolder Society.
Huh. Oh, really? He leans forward.
Yep.
Indeed.
And what, pray tell, could you ruffians have to say to our fair society that would have any interest to us?
We need the Star Shard to save the world.
I would have worded it more delicately, but that is our goal.
Huh. You wish us to simply give you a piece of our coat of arms? Huh. Preposterous.
Oh, not simply, of course. We assume there would be some sort of compensation, preferably in the
And what
form
could
of acts.
And what could you offer us? We are the elite. We already have all that we may require.
I have a BLT sandwich.
Kind of looks at
I'm
you.
sure just has like the
He
ellipses
takes
over
it.
her
She
head.
takes out the BLT and holds it and shows it.
How droll.
No, it's
Not
white bread.
interesting. Young miss. And I believe you are... Oh. You are the outcast bombshell, are you not?
Outcast. She like tilts her head, except it's her whole body. and she's like,
She
"Come on."
leads.
I imagine like her bomb rotates, but her feet stay where they are on the
Yeah.
floor.
So it's literally just her eyes tilt, and that's the only difference.
And her fuse. And her fuse.
He's like, yes, you caused quite a stir when you gave in to your wanderlust. Your father was in quite a tizzy. Believe he debated having you written out of the will entirely. I don't believe he's formally cut your ties with the family yet, but I wouldn't expect your name to hold much weight at the moment.
Well, she's clearly unsure how to respond to that. You
But if
do,
you wish to take that up with him, that is on you.
even without invoking my family legacy, we do have skills that are not particularly common of the martial type. She kind of,
Oh.
gestures her rapier out.
He leans forward. So, you would think perhaps to gain audience with the society through merit.
I did say as such earlier in this very conversation, yes.
Huh. Perhaps. He leans back and a pipe floats to his mouth where he puffs it.
Is it
can
safe
see
for
his-
Bob? Haley is gonna whisper to Bombshell. Is it safe for Bob to smoke?
Yeah, most
Just-
bob-ombs smoke. Actually, we're like the only people who do smoke.
Yeah, but like extra smoke.
She doesn't give dignify that with a response.
Advanced smoking.
This isn't your normal everyday smoke.
So, he's going to ponder this for a bit and say, perhaps there might be a way. The games are coming up soon after all, so perhaps you could regain some prestige that you lost with your... what was that delightful word he used the other day? Ah, yes, elope. That was it. When you eloped off on your own.
You got married?
I said on her own.
She
That's not what
married
elope
herself?
means then.
Well, don't you question late night DM making this all up?
Oh, no, okay, if that's just a DM thing, okay. I thought that was actually like a him thing.
No, that was me as a DM floundering slightly.
It's now in character and Haley is questioning it.
Fair enough. Perhaps I misspoke. Anyways, in order to gain access to not even near the coat of arms, but at least having somewhat more of a possibility of even discussing this, you would need to gain yourself prestige in order to be noticed by the society.
I mean, I can brew a mean potion.
I'm made of gold.
Yes.
You know how like bob-ombs when they're angry like refuse lights but doesn't like go down? Just
Yeah.
like hers is like got smoke coming up now, but it's not fully lit yet. Is that so?
Yes. Perhaps if you were to register formally, find yourself a nice sponsor, something along those lines, go through the proper channels, as it were. We could see about you getting a bit closer to what it is you're looking for. I doubt you'll get all the way back, but perhaps you could get yourself out of the little bit of shame you found yourself in.
Is it too late for us to choose to go to the plague-ridden place?
Yes.
This
We
is
are
you testing
doing
the
this-
waters of this one. You haven't chosen it yet. Though I will say, out of character, expect a lot of these accents in this branch.
Just the posh, snooty tones.
Yes, expect much.
Bombshell's supposed to have that, but I struggle so hard with doing it.
So I out of character would absolutely do this. So it's a shame I'm playing as someone who's kind of dense and wouldn't just be like, "Hey moron, we're trying to save the world. Ask the fucking wizard."
Yeah, but he also said, "Don't tell anyone I'm a wizard."
Yeah, but he also said like the mayor can be like, I summon the wizard here, and then he appears, and then he disappears.
That's fair. That's fair. Anyways, back in character.
Perhaps you haven't quite grasped the gravity of the situation.
And what would that be?
The
Well,
literal fate of the world.
It's a bit overdramatic, don't you think?
Not really, no.
no,
It's
it's pretty much. I think we're actually underselling it.
Such tall tales are not uncommon to those trying to get our interest.
No, it's the truth. We have a wizard who can back us up.
Yes, of course you do. And which clothing store did you get the pointy hat from?
None of us are wearing a pointy hat. Looks around.
For your wizard.
Oh no, he doesn't have a pointy hat. He has a hood.
Oh, I see. Heh. Look, the only way you're going to do this is not by throwing this seeming weight that you think you have around. It is going to be by going through the proper channels.
We have to watch TV?
I was about to say, we're close to a river. Maybe we can throw him into the channel?
Bombshell gives like her companions a look.
You hear the
Joking.
butler in the corner clear his throat. And
Yeah,
this is why I suggested as such. Such barbarism is only capable by the common folk.
True,
It's
they
got me-
are a bit
it's got me up.
unrefined compared to us, but it is something that can be worked on. As for those proper channels, she leans forward. Perhaps we can find a solution that would have you sponsor us?
That would be most impressive. And what... And how do you think you could persuade me to do so? You would have to offer quite a bit of collateral, motivation, or down payment.
I take out the BLT again.
We have only just met. That's one of the hold on. Let me try that again after I drink some water.
That's fine, go ahead. Everyone in the
Well,
room conveniently leans back and takes a drink of water.
But we've
Forward.
only just met, so it would be hard to assess such a price for someone who we have yet to meet. So that's part of the
Oh.
reason we're here.
Ah. I am not unsympathetic to your plight, young miss. So, perhaps let's go with this. We of the society have always respected those of merit as well as standing. So, if you do something to, say, prove yourself worthy of my attention, then perhaps I will be able to sponsor you to further your exploits.
What if we got another star shard?
Huh. Well, that would certainly be something if we could verify its authenticity. Of course, such thing would have to be done through not nefarious means, but rather skill or nobility.
Well, we
She
have.
mutters, this pretty much sounds like you're unsympathetic. Not loud enough for anyone to hear, but just muttering, yeah, no, they're not budging on whatever they're thinking.
I mean,
That's
there's
the good thing about
clarify,
wearing a mask. If you mutter quietly enough, no one can hear it.
there's an there's a archivist in town who would be able to verify it if we got it.
Oh,
The star shard.
yeah, well, the archivist is quite respected. Yes, I suppose that is one way.
and he
overshooting
also
a bit.
wears a hood.
It's a bit overshooting, admittedly, but it would certainly get your foot in the door.
Well, we need to collect them all anyway, so
Well then, perhaps a wager then.
Bombshell narrows her eyes slightly at that.
You come back to me with an official writ of authentication and one of these star shards, as it were. And I will see about getting you your first contact with the Smolder Society. We can talk sponsorship later if I am sufficiently impressed with your decorum and attitude when you return.
Okay.
All right then. Reginald, see them out.
Thank you for your generosity. Bombshell curtsies before she leaves.
He does nod approvingly at this. Farewell, young miss. And I do hope that you find yourself back in our good graces. It's quite comfortable there.
I don't have anything more to say if everyone else doesn't.
Yeah.
Mia is not impressed with this.
Haley just skips out with everybody else. You have not seen Haley move through any method except skipping.
That is fine. Yeah, an amazing daisy. Interesting.
Yeah, I'll admit, out of character, I'm surprised there were no comments on that from the rich folks.
You mostly went straight to him. He did think it, but he held it close to his vest.
Gotcha.
He doesn't want to be accused of racism. That's how you
I'm made of gold.
It's true. If you said I want to go be made of gold in the Smolder Society, they would be like, "Oh, how quaint! Sure, let's invite her over for a party guest for just this one thing." And then you're like, "Look what I brought!" And everybody like, "Oh, neat!" And then we send her away.
Yeah, I figured like gold. I figured gold is common for rich folks, but still, someone literally made of gold.
Oh yeah, no, you are a talking piece at the very least.
Yeah, it's for those parties where everyone's trying to bring the most like unusual guest. That's where you'd fit in.
And then there's a murder, and oh wait, no, that's weapons drawn.
So
Let me just take a drink from my fancy wine glass and.
Dear Bowser's hordes!
yeah, feel free to think of explicatives like that. And I will probably give inspiration for the first.
Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that.
Alright, but yeah, so that was your taste of that particular branch you could take. There were other ways, but yeah, securing another one first does fast track that a little.
Yeah, I figured it'd be like, we need the Star Shards in order to save the world. I don't believe you. We already have one. And we got it from somebody who said, yes, you need this to save the world. And it has been authenticated by someone who says, yes, this is used to save the world.
And you know what? Those were all fair arguments.
So, once we're out of sight, Bombshell is going to like let her fuse start sparking. Lizzie will try and put it out. Lizardness.
Hot. Fire.
Bombshell, you're on fire.
I do not care for the formalities of such a pompous jerk.
I mean, if that's what it means to be high society, I'd rather stay low society.
You see Haley's just kind of staring at Bombshell, trying to figure out what all those long words mean.
I'm sure there are many negative stereotypes about high society. Because beyond the actual problems, there's a factor of jealousy involved. And this man seems to have come from those thoughts.
Jealous of what you were?
No? She's a bit defensive on that one.
I'm hungry.
Nice to meet you, Hungry.
Let's go get food. Welcome to gatekeeping. Yeah.
There was also the personally distressing news. But let's leave that. Perhaps you two go eat. I'll contact Merlin. It's best he has the papers ready to authenticate it when we return. Or
Your
however
lizard is
such
like
that
hugging your side now.
Don't worry, Lizzie. She like holds it close to her face since she can't pet it. That's how she affections it.
Lizzie
Nuzzle
does
face to
accept
face.
nuzzles.
Come along now. We'll meet up with our friends again soon.
Friends!
Yay, friends, yay!
Alright. With that, I think we will go ahead. Well, actually, you still haven't decided. Which of the other directions are you going?
I think the mellow meadow.
Does everyone agree to this?
Sure.
I was
Dan.
hoping for Bittyburg, but I'm outclassed.
I
Outnumbered.
have no strong opinion, oh no. What does this coin say?
I will say, doing one does not lock you out of the other.
Well, I would hope not.
Okay,
Yeah.
it says go to World 1.
Yeah, mellow meadow.
Fair enough.
Yep.
You alright, Dan?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Alright.
We honestly might do Mellow Meadow and then Bittyburg so that we can go to the Smorgasbord sign like, we have 2! Do you believe us now?
True, that he does.
In fact,
that would
screw-
probably impress him.
Yep.
We just no, here's what we do. We save it for last, we come back with all 6 and say, you are the one person stopping the world from being, or you are the one person who is stopping the world from being saved. What do you have to say about that?
Well, shit, let's go.
Honestly, I like the idea of coming back with 2, and then Bombshell's just like, oh, we may have become a little overzealous in our goals. And then
That
she
will
just
have
like
an
sips her
effect.
tea as the other 2 pull the things out. That's
I
how
am-
she fantasizes about it.
I'm now imagining you doing this, like sitting in a fancy chair, like heels crossed over one another, sipping your tea, and these 2 are like retainers, like presenting it next to you.
I am like so on board with going and getting both of these before we come back to the Smolder Society, if not getting more, just because I want this reaction.
That's fair enough. I will add a character tell you you do have to do all 3 of these first ones before more unlock.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay.
So we will have to get the 2 and then show them both, and they'll be like, "Oh shoot, what? Okay, I can't really deny you now, can I?"
Like, at the very least, they have to take it seriously now that they know that, like, 2 other people of importance have determined that, yes, the world needs saving.
It's like if you get 1, there's still like some degree like maybe they're just loose with it, or you played yourselves up. But you get 2 of them, and that's when it's real.
Hope everyone had fun with this session. I know it was a little bit odd.
I love just having a BLT in my inventory to just go to whenever we need something to happen.
Well, according to Paper Mario logic, that BLT will stay good.
Yeah, I like to imagine the BLT is in my key items inventory.
It's like Pokemon Scarlet Violet. It's like, it's a sandwich you found in the museum basement.
It'll be useful at some point.
Yeah, we're just gonna find a hungry dragon, we give him, and suddenly he'll fly us to the next area.
Now I'm regretting selling the bag of apples because it could have somehow like worked a bit together.
Bag of apples isn't as funny
Honestly-
as a BLT.
Yeah, but it was a funny equivalent of a bag of ball bearings.
Ah, damn it!
You can get it back if you want.
Yes, I'm undoing that transaction now.
Alright.
I am officially going to be like the BLT is going to be the thing that I use on every puzzle, and eventually something will happen with it.
And then immediately the puzzle after you finally find like an obscure use for it, someone's like, I'm hungry, give me something with bacon.
Also, I like to imagine Haley is the exact opposite of a vegetarian because she's a plant.
You're a Florin.
She's a carnivore.
That's what Florins are. They're aggressive as shit carnivores.
She's not. I wouldn't say she's aggressive, but
I know, but they're still carnivorous plants.
I, for one, enjoy eating flies, she says.
So, Bomb, what are you eating? Sulfur! So, Haley, what are you eating? Steak! So, Mia, what are you eating? A second mask.
No, I'm eating this star cookie.
That's fair
This
enough.
gold star. It tastes like achievement.
Nom nom.
Someone
Satisfaction.
somewhere will see Haley and assume that like she eats gold, and that's how she got that way.
Someone didn't watch the Ben 10 episode with the popcorn aliens.
I haven't watched that.
Same.
If you feed them popcorn, they shit gold. If you feed them meat, they turn into horrible monsters.
Children's
Well-
entertainment.
Well, I think the idea of what to do there is pretty obvious.
Yeah, let's burn the world. Make them all monsters.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
Rhino
that will,
agrees.
I think that will do for now. I'm glad everyone had fun with this admittedly plot-heavy episode, but you know, that's what happens at the end of the prologue.
Did we get enough training with Merlin to level up?
Let me think here. Your sidekicks definitely leveled up. Those
Ooh.
guys were putting in work.
All they
I
did was
thought
have a
it going to be,
conversation.
like, tied together.
And then, you know what? Yes, you may become level 4.
Hooray!
I don't know if you've done quite enough, but you know what? You're about to set off. We'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah, plus
So-
this means that now I can get... I believe this means I can get Do I
I
have
don't think
access?
you're at 3rd level spells yet.
No, I have another I have another 2nd level spell slot and another 2nd level spell, and I get an ASI. Hey Rhino,
See,
Oh, that's... Yes.
I'm maxed out on charisma now.
Fucking...
but you have a maxed out stat. Lucky.
I mean, I can choose to do something else.
Do what you wish. Just know you will probably never be better.
A reminder, my stats are 10, 15, 16, 8, 8, 15.
I got an 18 for my charisma, so
Yeah. Is what
Because
it
you
is.
had to ask for a reroll.
to be fair, my other rules were shit.
I'm just mad.
You'll be fine, Endor.
Yeah,
No,
things.
it was a pun.
Because like multi-attribute dependent.
And I hope you guys enjoy some mechanics that we're going to be working on as the campaign continues.
Alright, let me see here.
And like I said, if you want to do a little bit of shopping off screen, if it's general items that you could find a price for on like D&D Beyond or something, just go ahead and do it if you want to buy like a tent or something. But if you want something weirdly specific that you're not sure if it'll be around, just ask me.
I'll before you have voice round real quick, can you make a duplicate of Bombshell's sheet in case I screw up Character Mancer?
Why would you use Character Mancer?
I've never used it to level up before, so I want to try it.
Okay.
Instead of going for a +2 charisma, I'm actually going to get the inspiring leader feat.
Interesting.
Alright, that is a thing, isn't it?
Yep.
I
I'll have to go look at feats now.
I have made a copy of Bombshell.
So now basically I get to give you guys 8 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Inspire.
By the way, it's funny how like in the female group, like Bombshell's an HP tank and an AC tank at the same time.
Also, I got good on the hit dice.
Yeah, let me know how the level up Character Mancer works actually, Endor, because I'm curious.
Alright, I'll do it now. Click the button.
I'm curious what everyone will do for their ASI level.
I already got inspiring leader, and now I'm choosing. I get 1 new spell. Oh wait, I also get a new cantrip. I kind of want to like get the light cantrip and just flavor that it's always on me.
That's fair enough.
Are you fine with that, Rhino? Would you allow that?
It means you'll
what?
always be seen, in a sense.
I can turn it off.
How are you getting it?
Because I leveled up. I'm level 4 now. I get a new cantrip.
Or do you not normally learn the light cantrip?
No, I normally
No,
learn it.
that's
I can learn. I just didn't. I just
slot and he filled it.
Yeah, I didn't start with it, and basically I'm asking. I will learn the light cantrip, and can we just say that it is flavored as just Haley is always glowing because she's gold,
Sure, if you want to do it that way.
and I could turn it off, but all right. I can turn
that one. Here we go. I may think of something for your weapons for next time because admittedly I had to add something to Max's to make it viable for his character, but we'll see.
That's
Alright,
fine.
so character mancer seems to work fine, except that you have to have bought like books to have any feats or features.
Bleh.
Also, I can't actually hit apply changes until I choose an ASI or a feat. So I have to actually...
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
I have Mia's.
Oh, and what are you doing?
Poisoner.
Oh, not many people go for that one.
Alright, so now I just need... beef now.
Let's see.
Which... I gain proficiency with... Okay.
I'm just gonna write these all in, like, the thing, so I have it.
Hey, do me a favor real quick. All of you still in roll 20?
I am.
Correct.
Yep.
Each of you roll me a d20 real quick.
15.
16.
Come on, Dan.
13. Of course.
Yeah, let me see.
I imagine this is like for a table thing. How high we get doesn't really matter. It's just
I'm
selecting.
getting a phone call.
Your number 13 is a phone call. Let's see.
I always, when I read just the names, I get durable and tough mixed up. I saw durable, I was like, oh yeah, this is a good choice, and then I click it, I'm like, oh right.
I'm looking around at some of these, and I'm debating what would make sense for her to get. And there's this one that's called Kinetic Jaunt, and just the name is very, very Haley, but the actual effects aren't.
Yeah, it's like a weird spell.
Yeah, basically, like, you become faster, you don't provoke opportunity attacks, and you can move through other creatures. Pretty much. But that's not really helpful for her. I might go for, like, a... Oh, okay. I was thinking, like, I could go heat metal and then heat up bob-ombs until they explode, but it's a manufactured metal object.
Yeah, so you can't even, like, take iron ore.
I'm tempted to take silvery barbs, but that is, like, such an overpowered spell.
You can always ask Rhino if he's fine with that, or if he wants to nerf it or what.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to get, so far, going down the list, Defensive Duelist and Fighting Initiate for dueling.
Okay, let's see.
None of those ones that say gift. I should get Gunner.
Guns might exist here. Bullet bills.
Mario.
Bullet bills exist.
Those are from cannons.
Cannons are just big guns.
Yes, but we don't have small guns.
Sniffits.
Okay, you listen here, you little...
The shy guy is the one that points out sniffits.
Oh, I just thought of something that'd be funny, but I won't do. What if I just took another rank of martial adept? Now I have 4 maneuvers and 2 superiority dice.
Just keep going with it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just that's like the only thing I do with my ASIs is take Martial Adept. Now, a lot of these really don't apply to Bob-ombs because so many of them are about armor and shields.
Okay. That is Mia. Now to go to Paladin to see what Kel gets.
Oh, right. I'm going to get something new as... well, I don't think I actually really get anything new as a cleric. I mean, I get access to my channel divinity and such, but I don't get any new spells. I could prepare one more spell, but...
Kel now has the ability to cast spells.
Ah. Wait,
But he gets...
you get that at level 2 as a paladin?
Mm-hmm. He gets...
Huh.
He gets
Yeah,
a
Paladins
fighting...
are-
I was about to say, he gets a fighting style, a spell, and... Or, he gets a fighting style, spells, and the ability to do some divine smite!
Right, yeah, okay, the half casters get it at level 2. I was thinking of like the subclasses for like fighter and rogue, which get it at level 3 because that's when you get the subclass.
Yeah, those are quarter casters.
Yeah. I like being a bard. Okay, and once Rhino gets back, I'll ask what he thinks about that spell. I think I might have asked him about it already, but I don't remember his answer.
So those are the only feats I'm interested for this character right now.
I could get
How many
Cure Wounds,
ASIs
but
do rogues get?
ASIs get the usual amount, but they also get one at level 10. So, assuming we hit level 20, you would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright. Now to do the quick math.
4, 8, 10, 12, 16, 19.
So I actually can't max out all 3 of the stats I care about even if I use only ASI.
Yeah, being multi-attribute dependent has a lot of drawbacks.
Oh, it changed my armor class. When I use Character Master.
Yeah, it probably like did its own calculations for it or something.
Yeah, it doesn't realize my race is special. I could
Okay.
up my constitution and go into tankiness. I could up my charisma and dexterity to give +1 to both of their modifiers.
Okay, I've narrowed down possible spells to get. I just gotta ask Rhino about Silvery Barbs. Silvery Barbs is like unbelievably overpowered.
How tanky are you guys, like, in that group?
In the girl group?
Yeah.
14 AC, 34 HP.
I'm sorry?
How tanky is Mia?
I haven't rolled her hit points, but she's got 16 AC, 18 when I decide to put a shield on her.
Also, Rhino left the roll 20.
I guess I'm not even, like, that tanky compared to you guys then, because I'm at 16 AC and 40 hit points.
Well, I haven't rolled my hit points yet.
But I can just increase my AC by 1 if I put both my points to Constitution, because I'm a Balam. And that'd also give me an extra 4 health.
Ooh. Okay, Kel.
Well, yeah,
I'll do not Bombshell. I'll do Bulwark's level up real quick. Just while
I just realized Character Master didn't include my con mod.
Character Mancer is probably not good, just in general.
Well, I wanted to try it.
Hey, maximum hit points for Bulwark. So my tankiness there is going up. Good, because that's my whole thing. Level 2.
Alright.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
So I get Channel Divinity.
What do y'all think of me increasing my damage even more?
Yes.
That's kind of what I'm looking at right now, is increase my tanking, increase my damage, or increase my, like, builds and abilities.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Harness Divine Power.
I still love how, like, half my proficient skills are +1.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey,
Welcome back.
what's your opinion on Silvery Barbs?
I mean, I haven't had anyone use it yet. So... What? Fine. Anyways, I mean, Silvery Bards is fine. I haven't particularly had it used on me, so I mean, it's fine. Even
Are you sure? Because it is widely considered like the most overpowered spell.
don't go spamming it. If you use it for like clutch moments, great. Don't go spamming it.
Okay, you're aware of what it does then.
Make someone re-roll and give someone else advantage on a reaction.
Essentially, yes. It's a reaction where you turn an enemy's roll into having disadvantage, and you give that advantage to to an ally.
Granted, at this low a level, you ain't exactly going to be using it too much.
I just wanted to know because it's widely hated by DMs.
It does combo well with, like, the fact that you're a bard, though. Change everyone's die results all the time.
It's true, but I use my reaction for cutting words as it is. I'm debating between Silvery Barbs and like Color Spray.
fair enough.
Do remember I can also give myself advantage on attacks, so...
Yeah, I think
Silvery
I'm gonna go Color Spray for now because it seems like we're pretty good on advantage having.
Okay.
Plus, this makes sense in character. Color Spray, I literally just flash my goldenness at them.
Alright, I'm gonna roll this for Kel. Ooh, that's not bad.
Nice.
He has naturally high AC anyway, so... And as for Mia, I'm not exactly expecting too much of this, but... Wow. But I said I wasn't expecting much.
Bardic
Well,
Inspiration!
Dan, I do the re-rolls on ones for that.
So you get to redo it. If you get a 1 on a hit die, you redo it. There we go.
Okay, that's better.
I think
That was
technically
almost max
what I
result.
usually do is average, but it's fine.
Generally, what I do is I am very forgiving when I do hit dice stuff usually because it's like I've basically taken a rule that another DM used to use of you roll. If it's below average, you either take average or you roll again and take whatever that is.
Right. That was what I probably.
That's what I
meant-
always thought of.
That's what I meant
was-
to say. But Dan, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, what it's supposed to be is just you only get one roll, period. It's a home, anything else is house roll.
Yeah. It's either you take a roll or you take the average.
Yeah.
Although the numbers they use is technically slightly better than the average roll.
Yeah, because they add one. They add one to they cut
No,
it in
they
half
use
and
the
add
higher
one.
of the two. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
if it's a D8, half of that is 4, and then they go for the higher 5.
Yeah.
because the average on a DA is 4.5 because there's no 0,
Bingo.
so they round it up.
Yeah. All right. So I now have color spray. So I and.
Oh, right. I'm not done with Kel yet.
All right. So
I guess while I'm trying to figure out which route I want to take Bombshell, I can start working on Goombro.
So unless otherwise stated, Haley is always giving off light in a 20-foot radius.
All right, noted.
Nice.
I imagine you're trying to stealth, and the guys are like, "Oh, hold on!" They reach behind your head, you just hear click, and your light goes off.
Yeah, she can turn it off. She just doesn't. She usually just doesn't. It doesn't bother. Oh,
Nice. I doubled my HP.
that I doubled my HP as Bulwark as well.
I guess it's not that hard to do when you're level 1. You
Yeah.
just have to roll max.
Wait, how did you double your hit points if you usually start at maximum?
Oh
Because
yeah.
I rounded slightly when I said double.
Oh okay.
You say nearly then.
So yeah okay.
Well, pretend I said like, and I meant that as a qualifier and not a verbal tick.
With time approaching, we probably should wrap up the stream if you haven't already, Max.
Nah, I haven't yet. But yeah, we can wrap up here.
Yeah. So I'm glad everyone had fun. Look forward to next time. Be trying very hard to not make it as much of a wait. And thanks for coming.
Yeah, just so you know, I'm gonna be busy until March.
No, sorry, this campaign is now 1 session every 2 months. Please plan accordingly.
No. Don't make me attach this malice trait to your weapon.
Oh, hey, I totally forgot. I get key at level 2.
Hey,
Sometimes
now
I
you're
forgot it
actually a
level
monk.
3. Hey, I still punch the shit out of people. Just now I have key. Does it regenerate on a long rest or short? Okay, so.
Okay, I honestly don't have to look at Tasha's Cauldron until later for Kel. I'm looking at the spells I can get him.
All right.
I'm gonna head on for now, just so I have 5 minutes to chill slightly before I go turkey.
Yeah, we'll end the stream here. So
Yeah.
next time we'll have all character
I'm
stuff
pretty sure
figured
no
out.
one's interested in this part of it anyway.
Like we already said like what we're doing with our level up. So
But you guys did have fun, right?
oh yeah. Yeah, I still am loving playing Haley as the good-hearted idiot.
Did you
Just-
guys like Night Guy's poem?
I liked it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was very nice, very nice.
very nice.
I can't recite it from memory though, but that's
Well,
'cause
here I can copy
lots
it
of
for
stuff.
you if you want. I adapted it from a poem I really like.
Also,
Actually fit.
Merlone to Merlin. And it's like, wow, you just changed one letter? It's 2 letters.
He's not wrong.
Well, no, actually it is. He just adds an
Western
E to the end.
Yeah, well, that was before you corrected me on the spelling. Yeah, there's the poem if you want.
Thank you.
That's actually I actually like that. I might. How many paladin spells am I allowed to give Kel?
Hey guys, I'm a level 2 monk, so you know what amazing ability that unlocks?
Being a
Flurry of
monk.
blows?
Step of the Wind.
You don't have flurry of blows yet?
No, you
No.
get that too. You get 3 things to start with.
But yeah, as a half-caster, Dan, the amount of spells you can prepare is your spellcasting modifier, which would be charisma, plus half your level rounded down. So you would be able to prepare... Wait, what is your charisma?
It's 13, so it's 1.
1
I can
plus...
prepare 2 spells.
Okay. For a paladin, that's actually decent, because paladins don't like usually use a lot of magic.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I playing them in there?
It's
I
pretty
mean-
much I have access to all of the paladin spells. I just can only prepare 2 of them at a time.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like this has definitely been pointed out, but I just remembered at the very least. Endorb is two marshals, Dan is 2 half-casters, and I am 2 full casters.
Yep, this
It's
is
point-
a very amusing party composition.
It's also amusing that half of the party is male, half the other party is female. How did
And-
we do this?
Originally, Bulwark was going to be my main character, and then decide, you know what? No, I want to have a bard as my main character, but I still want to keep Bulwark, so he's going to become the partner. Right. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream there. So, in terms of stream stuff, Tuesday is hopefully going to be more Pokemon D&D, and then tomorrow and Monday we'll see if I decide to do anything. Maybe hopefully we'll get back to Code War.
I was about to say, if that's Tuesday, can we open up Wednesday?
Wednesday is open. Yes, just not for Jero. But only for like this week. We're not doing Wednesday because Jero's going out of town.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only ask because Wednesday is the only day I have guaranteed off for everything.
We'll definitely. I think
And
we'll
I've
definitely.
I was about to say, and I've told all of my employers that if you dare schedule me on Wednesday, consider that my 2 weeks.
I think I'm definitely fine to like figure out something. I might try to go for getting like. We'll figure something out, but we'll try to do something on Wednesday.
All right.
All right. Farewell.
Bye.